Emily, it's your live shit. You doing the most right now, bro. You doing the most
All
right
right.
now, my
Well,
guy.
okay, whatever. So, time. All right, I just got finished. I just got finished making a video about that, and then here comes my best friend, and he was telling me that I should not. Well, I shouldn't wait to my 30s to like have kids or anything. So,
Don't do it, bitches. If y'all
what?
listening, don't do it. This is stupid. All right, your body, your choice. I don't want to get canceled. I'm already canceled just from that alone. Like they were like, "Who is this nigga?" I'm sorry. I'm crazy, y'all. All right, hold on. I gotta get my composure together. I'm all nervous and shit. I'm just talking. Nah, I said the reason why I said you shouldn't wait until your 30s is because we all come on, like we know what it is. We know what this is. A woman is in her prime in her 20s. Like, let's just be real. Like, granted, this freak of nature is different because she just, hibernates in the fucking gym all day. Like, look at these pythons that she got as arms. Ebony's arms are so big she can lift the pressure. That's how big her motherfucking arms is. That's how big. I'm sorry. All right, sorry. That was terrible. I mean, I'm just saying, like, yo, they gonna cancel my ass right now. Hold on, I'm in the bed. Follow Underblue, by the way. Follow my band Underblue. You know what I'm saying? We out there. Shout out to y'all. Anyway, no, the reason why I said that is because I really believe that women, once you experience your first child. Now, granted, I'm not generalizing. I'm just going based off my experiences from my conversations with the women that I know in my life. Usually, once you have your first child and you see like how beautiful of a process that is, especially if sorry to say it, but especially if you do have a partner in it with you as well. No diss to the single mothers or the baby mamas. I'm just keeping it real. Like, usually that tends to bring in an energy of wanting more kids and really like building the family structure. So, and it's really hard to accomplish that when you're already kind of out of your prime season. If you're, touching your late, let's say if you're 32, 33, and you just had your first child, like great for you. And, you may want another kid or, or your spouse may want another kid. Because I know a lot of people or a lot of partners who say, oh, you know what? I only want one child. Like that's it. I want one boy, one girl. Cool. And then, like for instance, not to put him on blast, I'm not gonna say his government name, but we call him Streets. But and it's not because he's out there on the streets, like it's not for that reason. Oh, he's a dancer. But I know, like from my conversation with him, he was like, yeah, it started off as like, we had our first child, which was a boy. And I remember like loving that process. And then, in my mind, it just kept dawning on me where I was just like, damn, like I want a girl. Like I want a girl. And 4 kids later, like this guy is on his 6th child, and he has 2 girls and 4 boys. So congratulations to him, by the way, too. But I'm saying, like, I know him and his spouse could never come to that conclusion if they didn't start early. You know what I'm saying? Like their first child they had when they were way in their young 20s. Now, granted, I understand like you gotta put into account like your financial situation and different things. So everybody's case is different. I'm just saying from my perspective, like the whole stigma of women waiting until their 30s. Like I know the technology is better. I know the times are different. So women are still at risk, right? I do know that while giving birth and everything, but I do know it makes from the technological advancement of our medical fields, it makes the process much easier. So that statement of I can wait until I'm in my 30s, or I'm just gonna wait. That statement is really, I think, a statement that came to fruition within the last probably like decade or 2 decades. Because I know back in the 80s and 70s, bitches was not saying this shit. No, I don't remember that shit. My mama and my grandmother was not saying, yeah, I'm gonna wait until my 30s to have they fuck no.
They all had
No.
Yeah, they all had kids young.
But
now What if like okay, so what if you take care of yourself? Because I know some women in their 30s.
Freaking nature. See what I'm saying?
I know women in their 30s that take care of themselves and they was able to have.
Yeah, that's why I said it. That's why I said I'm not going to generalize it. It's going to go by case. However, the average woman, like I think the women that you're talking about is in a small percentage, because let's be honest, like most women don't really work out like that or take care of themselves as they should. Even though, yeah, here in the city, we have a culture of keeping yourself together and fitness and stuff. So maybe in more heavy populated areas, yeah, sure, like there'll be that small group of women who are in their 30s and 40s who can pop out babies like fucking you know what I'm saying, like fucking nutcrackers and shit. But
that's true, because down south they don't.
Yeah, no, and I know because I go to the south a lot. Like I go to Texas, shit. I'm going to North Carolina this weekend, so I know from my experiences, the women in the north or the women in the cities of like DC, New York. I would even put like Cali. Like most major cities, in America, have those like slim, healthy. I would, you know what? Let me not say slim. I'm about to get canceled again. He's body shaming and shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all.
Oh my god.
But sorry. Can I curse on this?
Yeah, you can curse. Right. I put that as not for kids.
All right, go. Fuck them kids. But anyway. But no, like I do see that in like just the non-cities, like areas like North Carolina or Texas or in them south, not even southern states. So I don't want to pick on the south, but just areas where it's not as heavy populated and fitness is not promoted as much as it is here in the city. Yeah, like that. Those women are more at risk. So hence why a lot of those women, do have children at younger ages. So it's just interesting actually to see the demographic who says that statement and who doesn't.
But what about also like, because when your 20s is like you're fresh out of high school and you're figuring yourself out, and you want to get into your career, whatever it is that you want to do. That is mad hard to do when you have kids.
Well, yeah, I know that. See, that's why this subject is so kind of like, it touches on many different subtopics, you know what I'm saying?
But I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, I'm saying like, all right, remove the first world perspective on things. Like, I know that's very hard. I'm coming from a very different angle. But what I'm trying to convey here is just saying like, if we just think about it from what's the word I'm looking for? Just a natural, holistic perspective. Like, I'm not talking about, career-oriented women. I'm just talking about just your body in general and the nature of your body, right? It's more beneficial to you to have kids at a younger age than to wait when you're older. Now, I do understand that, life happens and you want to experience different things before you settle down and have kids. That's why I said, like, I think personally the prime age to start having children, in my perspective, is anywhere from like 27 to about, I'm gonna say 35. And 35 is even pushing it, but 27 to 35, that's at least crack your first one. At least get your first one out the fucking way. And then when you're more settled, like, yeah, like, that's the people who want kids.
I was gonna wait till like 30, 31. Like
that's fine.
I've seen some woman recently, like on my Facebook, this woman, she's 31 years old and she just had her first kid.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I said my mom had me at 33. So yeah, so it's like I get it. But after I came out, my mom was like, fuck that, I'm getting my tubes tied. So sorry to put my mom out there. My bad. But it's the truth, like even like my conversations with my mom, like she said that's no joke. Like that's not an easy process. Like it's the same thing like what you did with your tattoo, right? Like I'm saying as far as with the commitment, not the pain threshold, or I'm not getting into that, but as far as with the level of commitment and making up your mind, once you take that first step of saying, hey, like I'm ready to do this, like you want to make sure you're in prime physical shape. So yeah, like to the women who are in their, late 30s and 40s, because I've seen those cases too. And if you've taken care of yourself, like you don't drink, you don't smoke, you're very active, like, yeah, of course, like, go for it, go for the
Mm.
9. However, if things don't go your way, like, don't be surprised. It's like even doctors will say, like, hey, like, you could be in prime physical state, but
Mm.
you know, you're still at risk because you're much older. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So that's all I'm saying. Now, granted, I'm a man, and I know y'all think we stupid, but
No.
we think about these things. Like, men do think about these things when we want to get settled in too. Like, it's not just women, you know. That's another angle. Like, if your man wants to get settled in, hence, you know, why men kind of date down as far as with age, is because of that you know, primal reason. It's like you're less at risk uh when it comes to, you know, giving birth and starting family. So like, if I had a choice, if God came down right now and was like, hey, you got to start a family, and he put a 34-year-old woman and a 24-year-old woman, I'm gonna be like, all right. And they're both highly attractive. I'm both attracted to both, but the only difference is the age. I'd be like, well, you told me to start a family, so fuck it, let me get that 24-year-old real quick.
Oh my
Like,
god.
it's the truth, because I know, like, you know, if we can have a kid with no problem, and then if we want more, that's not an issue. With 34-year-old, you know, I gotta. Hence why, you know, women, as soon as they hit their 30s and they don't have no kids, there's this like rush to get something started as soon as possible, because that clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being real. Like, this shit is, nature didn't give you the best cards. Like, it really didn't. Like, nature fucked y'all over. For us, it's different. Like, I could pop out a kid in my 60s if I wanted to. Do I want to do that? Fuck no. But, you know, it's like we're handed different cards, you know?
I guess. You got points.
I mean, if you
points.
disagree, then disagree. Like,
No.
you know?
I'm not disagreeing, because I do understand that as you age, you know, things get a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But that's why it is important to take care of yourself. But not that many people are doing that.
I agree.
So, I mean, I don't know, because I was just, before you got here, I was just talking about that, and because, you know, the blind guy that I told you about at my job? He's tall, blind, old, and grumpy.
I think so. Yeah.
So he was, because he saw, I don't want to say this person's name on my live stream, but he saw so-and-so that we both know that you dated.
Okay.
And he was like, how I look like the you know, little looking one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because this person is, you know, looks a little older and more dried out. Right. And then I was just telling him how, like,
which, not to cut you off, that's actually, I know who she's talking about. I'm not gonna say her name, but it's actually funny because growing up, it was the exact opposite, which is hilarious. So this is really coming full circle. Like, I know what she's doing. She low key feel proud right now.
No, I know. I was just saying. I was just saying that I don't like the whole comparison. Because people used to do that to us all the time when we were younger. Yeah. And I used to hate that shit. But now it's like,
yeah, because she up. You know what I'm saying? Because she up. That's why. I do the same thing. If I'm up, yo, wait till I get on my feet with y'all niggas, bro. I'm on y'all heads, bro. I'm like, man, I'm on y'all heads, bro.
Now that, I guess, in some people's opinions, that the roles, like, switched, it's like, I mean, it's not a good feeling. Like, this person's not, I feel like you shouldn't have aged so quickly. And now, you know, certain people that I know look tired and dried out, and it shouldn't be like that because we're still young.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Yeah. And you know, it ain't no like no proud.
I'm just messing with her, y'all.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But no, that's the truth. But like, again, like, you don't know what life's gonna give you. Like, you really don't. You really don't. However, you know, and this is getting into the subtopics that I was talking about, where it's like, you know, taking care of yourself. Yeah, it's a big thing. And, you know, part of that also is like not just physically taking care of yourself, but also like mentally taking care of yourself, and, you know, spiritually taking care of yourself, making sure you're in the right environment, because I don't care how fit you are, like, stress will age the fuck out of you, like, internally and externally. And, you know, because I don't exercise, but I still look good. I still got some work on, I still want to work on my shit. I want to get my teeth fixed and shit and like all that other shit. But like one thing I do know is just like, who you have around you and, the decisions that you make is a big, big, big thing. And, when it comes to taking care of yourself overall, that's a big factor. Like people think it's like, oh, well, if I stay in the gym and like, no, because I know people who go to the gym and they're in shape, but they look terrible or their energy is off. Because it's like the people that they choose to be around, or even just like that one person, whether it be, a family member, a spouse, a friend, like, I don't let people stress me the fuck out. Obviously, you can tell with my personality. I don't be giving a fuck. I used to care a lot.
You really did.
I used to care
you
so
really
much, bro.
Did.
Now I just be like, I don't give a.
Aww, you really did. Remember?
Oh, but see, now this is the segment where she's gonna start telling y'all about my past and my government.
Nah.
And I'm gonna have to choke a hoe on camera.
No, I'm not even bring it up. But she used to.
I used to care mad. No, you can care. You don't care. Yeah, I used to care like mad much, but then when I was starting to see how stressful, that being that person is, it's like it's not worth it, man. Like even now when I come across people and I even like feel a glimpse of it, I immediately shut off. Like I'm just like, bro, I'm not trying to be stressed out or I do this. Like I give people about 10 or 15 minutes to tell me about their issues. And then if we can't wrap it up, and unless it's something like big, like if it's a big thing, like you just lost somebody or, something, it just happened to you at the moment, sure. But if we're talking about something that happened to you 15 years ago in junior high school, some shit, like she didn't kiss you because your lips were chapped that day, and from that moment forward, you couldn't kiss a girl. Like, motherfucker, get over yourself. Like, get some chapstick. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do. Shit is wild out here, bro. But it's like, stop letting people and things stress you out. Like, a great book, since, we on the subject. I think a great book is, I don't know the author's name, but I do know the title. It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's really a book.
I think I just recently heard of that.
That's a great book. That's a really, really great book because a lot of the philosophies he talks about in that book, it gives you a broader perspective on life and really wants, not to sound like those like influencers or gurus, because I hate those motherfuckers. But it really is the truth when like once you start seeing things from the big picture, a lot of little details, like you don't really care about it anymore. Or you pick your battles very selectively, where you're like, okay, does this fit the overall narrative of my life? Where it's like, does this add value? Does this diminish my value? Is it worth, like, because everything that you do and every decision that you make, it's energy. You're outputting energy. And that's an everyday thing. Like from the moment you wake up and you get out of bed, as soon as you think about even like, hey, I'm about to go to the bathroom and brush my teeth, that's a little bit of energy you just outputting.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine the amount of energy you're giving away when, you get mad at somebody or, you're just letting people ruin your day that shouldn't have no effect over your day, and then by the time you get home, you're exhausted. Could be like, I barely go out. Like sometimes, and I barely go out.
I'm so surprised because you're always like hosting some type of event, some type of crump dance. Every time I turn around, you're always on a plane. I'm like, where are you going? I'm like those OnlyFans bitches. Like I'm always getting flown out. Nah, bro. Nah, she ain't lying. I am always on a plane or some shit. However, it's like, I don't know. That's just my leisure. Like, and it used to be a lot. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. When I first was getting out there and trying to figure out the world, it was a lot when I was doing that. Now I kind of calmed down where I'm just like, maybe in a year I'll probably fly out like 3 times, maybe. Even though I know that's a lot for some people, but like, I'm surprised.
Before it was like 5 every month. I was out.
Yes, every time I saw your story on like Instagram or something,
I was out.
You at the airport. I'm like, where are you going?
I'm like, yo, I'm going. I don't care. I got the money. I'm out, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll pay for it later. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my gosh.
But I had to get that exposure. Like I had to get out there and travel. Because it was just necessary for like my development and my growth as a person. Because I know she can account Like who I am today is not who I was like even 10 years ago.
No.
Like it's two totally different people, two totally different philosophies and outlook. And even 10 years from now, like I'll probably look at back at this video and cringe because I'd be like, I don't even think or talk like that anymore. But you know, that's the good thing. That's that's how I know I'm living life. And I think that even with her, like, and I've known this girl for damn near half my life, and who she was at 16 is definitely not who. How old are you now?
29.
Yeah, see,
She's the same age.
Nah, she older than me. She an old.
By a few months.
She an old hag. I don't.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
Nah, but yeah, it's like you're gonna grow and you're gonna
You know me since the 5th grade though.
That's why I said half my life. All right, a majority of my life. She just want mad credit. A majority of my life, fine. That's like literally like 80% of my life I've known this.
And he used to bully me all the time.
I bullied everybody. It builds character. Nah, honestly, I made my amends, so I'm done. I literally everybody because it's like 5, and you notice there's a pattern. Notice that there's a pattern. No dudes ever came up to be like, you used to bully me. It was all girls. So that tells you it was just all girls that I was like, I thought that was cute or that I was crushing on because I didn't have game. So I was just like, all right, let me bully these bitches.
No, but you bullied me because you wanted to be on the other side.
Yeah, so her case was different. Like I wasn't feeling her in the 5th grade. I didn't even notice her. But I wanted to be down with this other girl that I liked. So, but they would pick on her. So I would just join in and pick on her so that I could get cool. And I actually did get cool with them. Like even to this day, if I saw them, I'd be like, hey, what up? But I don't know. That's why this dynamic is so weird because like if our 5th grade selves saw each other now, wow. Like I'll be like, wait, what the fuck? Like, why are you with this weirdo? Because she used to have a suitcase for a book bag. I'm like, your whole audience know that. This girl was going on vacation to the 5th grade, bro. That shit was wild. She's the only one with a roller.
No, my mom used to get mad because we would break our book bag. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna get y'all a suitcase that never breaks. And I was like, no. And she literally got us a suitcase. So all the teachers were like, where you vacationing to? I'm like, this is my book bag.
Right. After 3rd period, she going on spring break. She going to Miami. After math class, she gonna do this geometry real quick. Then hop on a plane. Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, of course you're gonna get bullied. Like you're the only one. You're the only one out.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's what made her who she is today, bro. She's not afraid to be out there, even though that's not her fault because it's her mom. Like,
oh my gosh,
that shit was weird. But I ain't apologizing to none of y'all. So if y'all see this, anybody from our grade school, whatever, and I bullied you, fuck you. Get over it. This is exactly what I was just talking about a couple minutes ago. Get over that shit.
Jamal said y'all funny.
Get over that dumbass shit, because niggas don't give a fuck, nigga.
Whatever. Hi.
What up? Because that shit is bullshit, bro.
No.
Like,
yeah, but whatever. Okay.
Sorry, I'm bringing up trauma now.
Since we want to bring up my situation, what about you when you used to try to go for every girl back in the 7th grade and they all used to
Hey, nigga was trying to get his dick sucked. What is that? Nah,
oh my god.
Nah, that's not. I was trying to get Nah, I don't know. I was just, it's hormones, bro. Like 7th grade, like, all right, between the ages of, I would say 11 to 11 to about, let's say 17, at least from my perspective. I don't know about the female perspective. From a male perspective, that's a very pivotal time because you're experiencing things that you didn't care about. Like in grade school, like yeah, you had like these little crushes, or it was like the first few signs of you noticing like, oh well, why?
Wait, hold on. I had 5 girls. They all know each other. We all friends.
Hell no. Nah.
Wait, what that mean?
Wait, hold on. First of all, shout out to you. I'm trying to get on your level, bro. You goals right now. So.
Oh my.
Nah, wait. You got 5 what? 5 friends and what?
5 girls. They all know each other. They all fucking? Wait, you You fucking all 5 girls,
Hey, get tested.
and they all friends. And they all friends.
Real shit, bro. Get tested. Like, shout out to you, do your thing, but get tested, my guy. Don't be out here with dirty dick. Don't do that. Like, nah, it's the truth though. Nah, it's the truth. You got motherfuckers be like, yo, what?
It's
What do you say?
it's a party.
Oh, nah, he's wild. You a wild you, boy. But I fucks with you. I
Where
salute
you from?
I salute you. That's really wild. This man said it's a party. See, but that's that young shit. That's that young shit, bro. I used to be on the same type of song.
Yeah, so what you were saying, like you used to like back in the 7th grade and on up.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, as I said, from like 11 to 17, like that's a very pivotal time because you're trying to figure out yourself and what you like, what you don't like. So yeah, you're gonna like everybody. But that wasn't just me. Like, granted, you know me. But really, my whole friend group, unless she was like butt ass ugly, everybody in my friends groups was doing the same shit. Like I was just emotional, but I feel like my boys, they was just like, yeah, like she's cute, she's cute, she's cute, she's cute. And now looking back on it, yeah, we're more selective, but like you didn't know it was. I think it really was a chemistry thing. Like I hate to sound like I'm copping out, but it really is the truth. Like when you going through that phase, you literally like everybody. You got so much new testosterone flowing through your body, so you just everything you find attractive, whether it be like damn near like your close friends that you never ever saw in that light. All of a sudden, it's like, you know, not to bring up, I'm not gonna bring up her name, but that girl I was crushing heavily on back in 61. It was like 6th grade. Never noticed this bitch at all. Came back. All of a sudden, she got her hair did. She got a little bit of titties. I was like, yo, I'm trying to fuck. What's going on? I ain't know nothing about fucking. And I was just like, yo, she bad. But,
And every turn she ignored you.
yeah, every time she ignored me. But I don't think we ever, like, we was cool, but it was the same thing. Because I was still coming out of that bully shit. So even in 6th grade, I was still on, like, bully mode. But then I kind of figured, like, oh, wait, I'm not really, like, I really don't want to mess with these, like, people. Like, I don't want to harm them. I just like them. So let me just be real about it. And I think junior high school is when I started to change and I stopped bullying bitches. but for the most part, like, yeah, nah, like, yeah. That stage is really tricky.
Oh, you from Jersey? That's right. Like, we real close.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Across the bridge.
That makes sense. Jersey niggas is different, bro. Jersey niggas, I feel like Jersey niggas always gotta prove themselves to New York niggas for some reason, so they just go above and beyond. So hence why it's a party over there. But nah, seriously, nigga, like from one man to the next, get tested, bro.
Oh my god, he said that was back in the day. I was 10 years old. He lying.
Yo, you capping, bro. You capping. You fucking
lying.
capping. You fucking capping, boy. That's cap.
Oh, away from light-skinned girls, I fall for them ASAP.
Yeah, you capping, boy. I'm like, we ignoring you now, nigga. Like, bye. You this stupid shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, was it like that for you? Like, did you feel like during that time, like around 11 to like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know when we was in junior high, this one right here had all the dudes was trying to give it.
I had no idea though. I had no idea.
I was always used to tell her that. I used to always tell her that. I'm like, yo, they, because she used to have ass. She was the only girl that really had like ass. And I'm like, yo, they after you, bro. And she's like, no.
I really had no idea because I was always to myself. You know, I'm very quiet. I had no idea. As I got older, though, then I started peeping things, and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
I tried to put her on, y'all. Like I always tell her, like, "Hey, don't I always let you know what happens before it happens?"
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. She trying to be modest right now. No, it's true. Every time, I don't hit it out the park every time. Sometimes I am generally wrong, but there are times where I'm really on the fucking dot, and I'll be telling her. And that time when I'm like, "Yo, all these motherfuckers, they feeding right now. They crushing on you." It's like, no.
I had no idea. Okay.
She's so oblivious.
I was to myself.
I mean, granted, I do understand that. Like coming from being like picked on in grade school, and then all of a sudden like you just like now. It's just like, yeah, that's a weird transition. I can see that.
Very, very. And you know, bro, recently, I think I told you this though. One of your boys, well, I don't know if he's still like your boy, but he tried talking to me recently, and I was just like, he was one of the popular dudes back in junior high school. He plays baseball. I think he's like Dominican or something.
Oh, I don't want to say his name. I know you said David.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was just like, since when?
Wait, he admitted that he liked you? Like
He just like slid into my DMs and was just like basically like what's good.
Yeah, that's typical.
And I was just like,
That's typical. I ain't gonna put him on the spot, but yeah, like, that's typical. I'm not surprised by that. Hence why, like, yeah, I'm just not surprised.
Are you even like that? Like, cause I know.
Do I slide into DMs?
No, I know you don't.
Oh, I
know you don't.
I don't at all. I stopped doing that a lot.
Wait.
I probably stopped doing that like in high school, bro. No, on God, like, granted, if I slide into your DMs, it's to like highlight something that you did content wise. Like, it's never on like I'm trying to get at you, because one, bitches take screenshots, and then two, that shit is just lame to me. That shit is real. If you do that, I'm sorry. I don't care how macho or cool you are. You a lame ass nigga for that. Because if you can't say half the shit that you say in the DMs to her face, you pussy. And that's just me. And I know, and from my experience with talking to girls, like, women respect if you just flat out just do it, like face to face. They'll have more respect for you than we like act like I'm pretending to be your friend. And then as soon as I get the IG and I get back home, I'm talking all this dirty shit to you on the DMs. That's some weirdo ass shit. You're a weirdo if you do that. Stop doing that. Like, on some real shit. Stop doing that, y'all. Like, step your game up, bro.
But I know you don't. I know you don't.
Nah, I don't.
You're not that type. But I was gonna say, do you? Because you used to approach a lot. Well, I mean, not.
Well, yeah. But that was because I had to. Again, that's around that pivotal time. I was trying to figure out.
And this is like your early 20s.
Yeah, this is my early 20s. This is when I was like falling in love with mad bitches for no reason. I don't know. I was going crazy, y'all.
You was buying flowers.
Bro, I was doing crazy shit, though.
I remember you invited that one girl to your show. He's in a band, so he like they host shows like around the city, and I think you're supposed to go to Chicago or something. Yeah, have an album coming out.
Yeah.
But you invited this one chick to your show, and I think what happened though? I know you remember this. I remember. She came, right? She showed up.
Yeah.
And I think you even got her flowers at one point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's talking about I'm not gonna say her government, but I'll say her like she's a DJ now actually, so she goes by DJ Phoenix.
Oh.
But if you see her out there, support her. Like she dope. But yeah, like I actually met her before she was becoming a DJ. So yeah, around that time, and you know what? I will say this on fucking camera. And if she sees this, if she ever by a miracle, if she ever sees this, I doubt she's gonna see it. But maybe one of you weird ass niggas is gonna send her this. They gonna screenshot this and send her this.
To DJ who?
To DJ Phoenix.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But anyway, I don't care. I don't give a fuck if she sees this because she already knows. I already told her the whole story of why I sent her flowers and all that stuff. But she was the first, and I really mean this to the bottom of my fucking soul. She's the first and only girl to make me like gawk. Like literally, like back in those Disney movies where we used to watch as kids, where it'd be like the dude who's like a little bit nerdy, and then he sees like the hot school cheerleader that he's like madly in love with, and then like time slows down, and then the dramatic music plays.
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you that shit is fucking real, that shit is real. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I saw that girl in 4K and in slow motion. That girl was going. I swear to God, I never to this day, and I've been around the block, I've been in them streets, bro. I never experienced that ever. I remember I went because I was going to. This was at the time where I was going to see. I had to pick something up from the lead singer in my band. Her name is Kimberly, and at the time she worked a job on 55th. I shouldn't be giving out addresses, but I'm sorry. They don't know what that is. She was in Manhattan, though. She was in the city. I'm giving out addresses.
You was supposed to be like Drake. Like,
right. I'm dropping locations and shit. This is how you know I don't be on camera. I apologize, but yeah, no, like basically, yeah, she used to work in the city, and they don't work there no more. So if you weirdo niggas go there, y'all fucking weird. But uh, I went to go see her, and I remember I was sitting on the bench, and I told the front counter who I was going for, and I remember while I was waiting for her, I just happened to like look in this direction, like look straight, and I saw her walking towards me. She was wearing like again, it's you're in a hotel, so you gotta wear like the professional get up. So she was wearing this like slim black gray suit, and it was like really hugging her curves, and her hair was like pin up, and it wasn't like too much makeup. She was just wearing the right amount. She just really looked good. Like she looked good and professional, and I love that. That's my like soft spot. But I meant like as she was walking towards me, it felt like time stopped. Like I didn't even realize it until after the experience, until I kind of like came out of the freeze frame that I was like gawking. I didn't blink. My heart was racing. I was like, I didn't even say hi. She didn't even notice me. She didn't even know I was sitting on the bench. And I just remember her walking towards me, and I'm like, now granted, I think this was my hormones, but in my head, I said, that's my wife. On God. I said that in my head. On God. Swear to God. Swear to God. I was like, that's my wife. I said, I don't even know her name. I don't know if she's crazy or not. I just know that's my wife. Now, granted, she's super cool. She's a super, super cool person. But I remember when we walked, and this is how I know that I kind of like came full circle with the whole like learning how to get game and shit like that. Because my first encounter, like when I walked to her, I was like, hey, how you doing? She was like, oh, are you like checking in? I was like, oh, no, I'm here waiting for Kimberly. And she's like, oh, that's my coworker. She was like, oh, you must be the band guy. I was like, yeah, I'm in her band. I said, what's your name? I'm not gonna give her a name. She gave me her name. I was like, listen, I'm just gonna go straight to the point here. Like, you are very fucking beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie. I have to take you out, no matter what. And I don't mean to like come on strong, but I'm putting pressure. Like, I gotta take you out. You are way too beautiful for me to walk out that door and not have an experience with you.
Wait, what'd she say?
She said, yeah, she gave me her number. She gave me her number, and she said, listen, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really pressed for time. Like, and also, like, she gave me the whole spiel. Like, I got out of a bad relationship and all that, right? And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm just, being cool. Like, I didn't really care. I was like, listen, like, on some real shit, I just want to talk to you. Like, I just want to, like, get to know who you are. Because I never tell her what happened to me, but I was just like, something in me is telling me I just got to talk to you. And I remember after, it took like a month for me to like really get her to go out on a date. But during that time is why I sent the flowers and shit. As a like, to show her like, yo, I'm really serious about taking you out. So in between that time, like I would text her here, hey, how you doing? I was doing all the simp shit that, I wouldn't do now. Like if I could go back and do that shit over again, would I holler at her? Yes. Would I do all the flowers and all that other bullshit? No, I wouldn't have done that. But
I was just gonna ask, like, how come she didn't?
Honestly, I think it was like.
Was you doing too much, or was it just the time that was just?
I honestly believe it was. It probably was the time, and maybe I did do a little bit too much. Maybe she wasn't ready at the time for that. Because she really did get out of a really like bad relationship. And she was just like really riding dolo, like just trying to do her. Now, granted, I'm not stupid. As beautiful as a woman that is, somebody's inside. Somebody on the inside. It just ain't me. That's what I'm saying. But I wasn't mad at that because I was still doing my dirt. So I ain't shit. Fuck it. We ain't perfect. But I just think in between that time, like, I said to myself, if I ever do something of that magnitude again, it better be for someone I know who's going to reciprocate that energy. So would I ever send flowers again? Of course. Would I do the whole, like, send you a bear and all that shit? Yeah, I'll do that again. But after I already got that confirmation that we are together or that you like me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not my love language to send gifts and stuff. I don't do that. Like, if you spend quality time and you tickle my dick a couple times, I'm good, bro. We straight. We good forever till death do us part. That's all you gotta do.
Oh
Spend
my-
time with your boy and touch your boy. That's it. We good. Oh God, we good.
But a lot of guys can't even get to that point. Like, not you. I know you got game, but a lot of guys that I've came across and talked to, like, they can't settle the deal or whatever.
Well,
they can't get their dick licked.
Granted, yeah, that is a problem, but that really goes more on social skills, to be honest. I think being in New York, you know, especially if you really like New York, like if you really out here and you really out, not saying, when I say in these streets, I'm not saying like gang related or you out here like fucking a bunch of different people, but you just outside, you just live your life. Like the gift of gab is gonna just come to you. You know what I'm saying? When you living in the city, like you're gonna learn how to talk and how to basically game. And I'm not like, granted, listen, I'm not ugly. I know I'm not ugly, but I'm not the handsomest nigga on the block. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that stupid or I'm not that out of my mind to think that. So I knew, like, in order to make up that difference, like I had to learn how to speak. Like I had to learn how to present myself and talk and be interesting, because there are a lot of cases of women that, shit, even the last girl I was kind of messing around with, where I'm like, physically, obviously there's a difference. But then when you talk to us, you be like, oh, you're more interesting. Like, in my personal opinion.
Is this the same girl you still messing with?
No, I'm not messing with her no more.
No.
Yeah.
It's been like over a year.
Yeah. But that's recently. That's recently that I stopped messing with her.
Oh, it's been, damn. Wow. Yeah. I'm out of the loop.
2 years, actually.
Oh my God.
It's 2 years. But I'm not putting my business out there.
And she really liked you too.
I mean, we liked each other. But again, two different lifestyles here. Like, this is what I'm learning now, that a girl can fuck with you. Like, she can hop on you, hop on your dick and everything, do all this crazy, freaky shit to you. But she won't commit. Like, she's not stupid enough to commit to you if she knows that you don't have that security net, which I'm starting to learn as an adult. And it's the truth. Like, you got a lot of bitches out here. And first of all, a lot of you niggas is probably tuning in. Like, if you got a girl that you've been messing around with for months, and you just, in the back of your mind, you're wondering, like, yo, why she never want to, like, date me or, like, want me to be, like, her man? Maybe it's something in your life that you got to figure out first before she's saying, yeah, I want to commit to you. Because right now, she's going to commit to that dick, but she ain't going to commit to you.
Like, as long as you got a good dick, okay, she'll stay around for a
Yeah,
bit.
she'll fuck with you, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your pockets ain't, not saying you got to be rich, but if you just got to be secure. Like, a lot of niggas got to misconfuse and shit. Misconfuse, that's not even a word. They got a misconception where they think, like, oh, I got to be filthy rich. Does it help? Of course.
No. Yeah.
But that's not what you have to be. Like, you just got to be secure. I know niggas with $500 and they got hoes. They got hoes. I don't know how. Like, I make more money than these niggas, but they got hoes because they understand that, you know, and this is actually, you know, shout out to our old mentor, Vince. I remember when Vince, you remember Vince, right?
Yeah, I talk about him from time to time on here.
All right, so then y'all know, if y'all tune in to her regularly, y'all know who the fuck we talking about. That's both of our mentors.
Yeah.
And
Vincent from Texas.
Yeah.
With his accent.
Which is actually really coming full circle now, because I'm always in Texas. So now I get it. What do you say? What is that? I see some emojis and shit.
No, it's the same. It's the same guy.
Yo, he popping in and out. Yo, we not talking about you. Okay. Like,
he's just,
go fix your life.
I don't know what he's saying.
He talks some shit. But anyway, yeah, like, shout out to Vince. If you ever see this man, shout out to you too, because
I actually wanted to get him on here, but I don't know.
You may have to go to his place.
Yeah.
But Vince was probably like one of the first people to tell me, like, the game. Like, this is how the fuck it is. Like, straight fucking raw. Like, my uncle, yeah, he has a lot of influence over me. But, like, Vince was, like, from a scientific perspective, kind of like to nerd out on this shit. He was the first person to be like, yo, I'll never forget this. We was in his Mercedes. He was in his car. And we were driving to Barnes & Nobles to, like, this is when we were in a company called Organo Gold. We was, like, trying to sell coffee, all this network marketing shit. Anyway, that's another story. But we was going to Barnes & Nobles. And I think he was trying to like, I think he could know, like he knew that I had trouble with women at the time because this was when we were like 18, 19.
Right.
So I was having trouble. Like I got lucky here and there, but I didn't really know how to like approach it and really like seal a deal if I wanted to. You feel me? So he was just like, yo, what do women want? And I'm like, what? Like, what do women look for? Like, what do they want? Like, what do you think a woman wants? And I'm like, I don't know. She wants somebody strong. I was naming all these other bullshit. Yeah, she wants somebody strong, tall. I don't know. She wants somebody rich. And every answer I gave, he was like, no, 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 no. So I'm like, I just got frustrated. I was like, man, I don't know. Fucking tell me, because you're gonna tell me anyway. He was like, security. I was like, what? I'm like, security, like, and I'm my dumbass. I'm like if he was going to the club, like the security guys. So I need a security job. That's how I get bitches. Like, no, right. Stupid. Like, no, like security. Like, that's what women look for. Whether it be financial security, whether it be physical security, emotional security, they look for that net, that safety net to feel secure in their feelings. And
yes,
yeah,
he's a goat.
Yeah, and I didn't at 18 I didn't get that. It didn't really click until I was like probably 24, 25 when I stopped dating. But and it was like, yo, certain women value certain securities over others. Like the girls who be like, oh, I gotta have a guy who's, you know, tall, dark, and handsome. Those are your physical security bitches. Then you got the guy, and then you got, no, seriously, you got women who be like, yo, he gotta make this amount. Those are your financially security bitches. Then you got girls who be like, hey, I just need some guy to spend time with me and listen to me. Those are your emotionally secure bitches. So it's like,
now I like how you put that.
It's the truth. Like, so overall, like under the umbrella of security, yeah, you have different buckets that they look for. Cause you ever like, there'd be times where I'll see certain people and I'm like, why is she fucking with him? Like, it don't make no sense from the outside. But I guarantee you he's satisfying a security. He's satisfying something that she values. So, and women value different things, you know, different levels of security throughout different times in their life. Like when they're young, yeah, they want the physical security. He got to be tall, in shape. He got to look good. Then when they start to get older and bills start happening, then they be like, all right, he got to have a job. Like,
yeah, what did Wallet look like?
Yeah, like he got to work. I don't give a fuck. He can have a dad bod. Like he got to work. And then like, I don't know, around that time, maybe like, let's say she has kids, you know, since we was talking on the topic of the kids, maybe, she, you know, sometimes it's hard. Maybe she needs somebody to like, just to listen to her, just to be there for her.
Right.
Somebody that she can vent to at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to learn. And I think when it clicked for me, that's when I really like started getting, I don't want to say getting women, but that's when I really started getting, you know, into my situationships and shit and entanglements. Because I kind of, from the first encounter, and from our conversation, you know, I would check her temperature and be like, all right, this girl, she's more physical security. I may not be able to fit that need because I'm a slim dude, but maybe there's some girls who may be into that more than girls who are like into like the big buff dudes. I know girls who are like, yo, I like slim dudes because usually we packing. So it's the truth. I ain't gonna lie anymore. I used to be humble about it, nigga. I got my third arm with me, you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, I'm joking. I got an average. I got slightly above average. I'm fine with that. But yeah, and then, you know, like I met other women who would be like, yo, at the time when I was like really working and I was like, you know, in corporate America, like I noticed the different women that I would catch their eye. Like who I am now, the same women, like back, if I can go back and I'm like how I am now, those same women wouldn't even look at me because from the outside perspective, I didn't look like I was in a suit and tie every day. And I was walking into areas like Bank of America, Wall Street, like I was working down there. So even though I wasn't making that much, it looked like I was making that much. And I was the only brother out there. So it would be like, yo, amongst all these people, you got a young, and this is when I was like 22, 23, you got a young black dude, young black guy, and he looked nice, I was wearing everything, watch, rings, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was making sure I was looking nice, because I'm like, listen, if I'm in front of these white folks, they gonna know, like, yo, I ain't no nigga, like, you dealing with a fucking king, you feel me? So, how I saw it was like during that time, it was very interesting to see what Vince was telling me. Like that shit was like coming into. It was like more like talking to Morpheus, like from the Matrix, and everything was like coming alive. It's like what the fuck, like oh, this is what he's talking about. This is why she's giving me the hour. This is why she's looking at me because I'm filling a role or I'm filling a need that she's looking for. You feel what I'm saying? So.
Man, where he at today? I feel like hitting him up and being like, everything that you said to us, how many years ago was that?
That had to be like 12 years ago, maybe.
How we're all starting to see that now.
Yeah.
Even
to this day. Yeah, for sure. So I like what he gave me and really what he gave us is like, yeah, I really didn't appreciate it at the time because we were kids and we didn't know any better. We were just trying to figure our way out, you know what I'm saying?
I couldn't get certain things.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, all you gotta do is just be you, be who you are, and that's how you gonna get your sales. And I'm like, what?
Right.
It wasn't clicking. And he was like, because you're a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it still wasn't clicking. Now it's starting to click. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's, yeah, man, like that's when like having mentors who have life experience, not academic experience. I'm not talking about these fucking college kids who think they know it all. I'm not talking about these motherfuckers. I'm talking about people who's been through like the school of hard knocks, as they say. Those motherfuckers you need to get around because they know they gonna put you ahead of the curve from your peers.
You said the people. Repeat that again.
I'm saying like the mentors that you should seek to have are the people who go through life, like the people who have real life experience, rather than people who have like the academic or like they read a book somewhere.
It's so funny you said that because there's some people on here that feel like having a college education and all that you like shit. Top tier, but
that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit to me.
I feel like the people that I've learned from the most are the ones who
exactly. That don't mean shit to me. I'm sorry. I don't care what. I don't care if you went to Harvard, Howard, Yale. I don't give a fuck about that shit. It's like what? There's a lot of dumb motherfuckers who fucking got influence and paper who are in college, but they some stupid motherfuckers. And I know that firsthand because I went to, like, I did Mercy College. I went to a private school, which was stupid. Did I graduate? No. But one thing I do realize, to be honest, is that, like, yeah, like going to your point, it doesn't mean shit. Like, it just proves that you know that you remember shit. To be honest, academically, yeah, you're intelligent, but I know a lot of academically intelligent people, but socially they're fucking stupid. Like they don't know how to read cues. They don't know how to read the room. They don't know how to fucking present themselves.
Yeah.
And these people got like bachelors, PhDs, but they don't know how to present themselves. I've been in rooms where I probably had no business being in, but because I knew how to present myself, I knew how to give elevator pitches on
the room.
Yeah, I know how to work the room. And I just think because me and her are artists too, I think that's kind of our pro where, you know, as an artist, you know how to paint yourself. Like I could be anybody that I fucking want to be, to be honest. Because I have that skill to do so. However, like there are people, that college education don't mean shit. Does that mean that it's not valuable? No, it definitely is. It's valuable in certain areas, in certain fields. But to me, like, I just hate that we have this stigma that it's the end all be all. Like if you don't go, you're a failure. And if you do go, you're automatically going to succeed. It's like, no, there's plenty of people who graduated and who are failing right now. They're not even in the field that they signed up for originally. So
I was just saying that in the live stream before you got here. Like, there's somebody like this is one person I know who has to pay like $30,000 back, like $30,000 left to pay back. Yeah. And they're not even in the field that they went to school for.
Yeah, see?
So
yeah, I'm in that same boat. Like that was my major reason for dropping out is because like I refuse to put myself or my mother, who was my co-signer. I'm like, we're not going through that. I'm not, because especially after seeing, because we lost our home during the 2008 recession. So I'm like seeing them struggle to get up out of that. I'm not putting them back in that because of my college ambition. So I'm like, fuck y'all, fuck that. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go through the workforce. And from the work, honestly, from people that I met in the workforce who've just been in the workforce since high school, are some of the most down to earth, intelligent people. They are not stupid. They are not stupid. To survive in that environment, you can't be stupid. You have to have some form of intelligence. So, and you know, Vince to me is one of those guys where it's like, yo, like he knows what the fuck he talking about. You know,
Right.
it's the truth. So, personally, to me, I just feel like, yeah, if you're going to seek a mentor, and you know, we were blessed to have a great mentor at the time, and many other mentors, because you know, we had Vince, Michelle, I forget the other guys. Remember the couple, the Hispanic couple.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
One was a DJ, and the other woman, she had very high energy. But yeah, we had a lot of great mentors.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. And then the other girl who's a dancer, and she was on the Ellen show. I mean, she wasn't really a mentor, but she was around.
Yeah.
Her and her daughter.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just the name escapes me. I think it's Heaven. No.
Heaven? Haley? Damn.
I know her name is Tiana. Is it Tiana?
It does sound. I think it's right around that.
Yeah.
And they was like in the Cheerios commercial.
Yeah, because shout out to my boy Stan. She used to be with Stan, and
wow,
yeah.
they're not together no more.
I don't think they're together no more.
She leveled up.
Yeah, we saw the transition. Like we were there when I think her second appearance on Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we met her, and I remember there. I remember going over to the crib. I remember actually I was the one. I swear to God, swear on everything I love, swear on my grandmother, everybody. I was the one who picked out her outfit when she went on to I think her name is Heaven. Is it Heaven?
It's either Tiana or Heaven. I think her daughter's name is Heaven.
I think her daughter's name is Heaven. But I'm gonna get her name. But yeah, those pink outfits that they wore on the Ellen show, I picked those outfits out. We went to 34th Street.
Wow.
At JCPenney, and I was just chilling with them, and I had her on my shoulders, and it was like, oh, and she was picking out outfits. I was like, pick that one, that looks good. And it was, yep, the whole nine. So shout out to her. I know her name is Tiana, and I think her daughter's name is Heaven. If I got that wrong, I apologize. It's been so long.
She's still dancing now?
She's more of an influencer now. Yeah, they still dance, but I don't think as heavily as they used to. Because I know she's doing heavy with she got millions of.
And that's crazy because Vince mentored her too, and that's how she was able to.
Yep, come up. See, life experience. You know what the fuck you talking about. Feel me? So be careful who you have around. Going back all the way back to what I was saying before early in the stream, like be careful who the fuck you have around you, because you're, you know, not to sound cliche, but your network is really your net worth. Like for real, like who you keep around you. Your top 5 friends who you keep around you is going to really determine where you're going to go in life. And that's nothing but the truth. That's why I have a lot of associates and very few friends. Like, very few friends. I know a lot of people, yes, but not all of them are my friends. Because not all of them got their shit together. So, that's just me. Personally.
So, all those people that I be seeing in your video, the crump dancing and all that.
Those are associates. Like, unless people, like, I really hang out with off camera, there's only, like, a handful. Like I know, again, she always think I know everybody on the block, like I'm best friends with everybody, and that's not fucking true.
I just assume the way it looks.
Yeah, because that's my personality. Like when I see you, it's all love. I'm not gonna be like cold. But yeah, like I can dap you up and really genuinely listen to you, have a great conversation with you, but not hang out with you. Because I'm still during that whole conversation and that interaction, I'm assessing you. Like I know that sounds fucked up to certain people. But to me, like, I'm very protective of my inner circle. Like, who I got in my inner circle, hard workers, fighters, because I can't, my father taught me, never hang out with pussies. Like, I'm sorry. If you can't throw hands or if shit gets real and you can't take care of yourself, you can't hang around me because you're going to be dead weight. So, those two types, and then, like, people who are just ambitious, like, you don't got to be super successful because I hate those, like, shallow-ass people, too. But just go after what you want in life, because that's going to inspire me to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of people that I like to keep around in my circle. But to the people who are always like sad and always got problems, every time like you ask how you doing, they're like, well, I'm like,
right.
I don't want to be around you, bro. Like I don't, because that every time you ask me, like, even I've been friends with her for years. there's times where she doesn't even know. I might be going through something crazy. She will not know. Why? Because I just feel like personally with me, I don't like putting my, unless it's something that's really bothering my heart, then I'll say something. But if I know it's something that I'm just like, I can easily get over, I'm not just going to complain just to complain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I think for me personally, I think around 2021, it changed, especially when I went outside the country and I saw how bad it was.
Mhm.
When I came back, I had a totally different perspective.
Where'd you go again?
I went to Jamaica.
Bruh.
Nah, seriously, I went to Jamaica. I went to Jamaica for my 20th birthday, and you know, we got to explore the town and everything. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I really got to see like real level. I mean, poverty that was so bad they made the projects look like a gated community. You feel me? Like, oh God, bro. Like I came back, I was like, yo, y'all got toilets, bro. We up. We can shit. You up like
Oh my.
I'm dead ass. Like and y'all think people who know who from, you know, those countries,
Mm-hmm.
they know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like us here, like we gotta
Try telling them that because the Jamaicans, they talk so much shit about
Bro.
us Americans.
Well, that's because that's lack of that's just ignorance.
I just be like, okay.
That's just ignorance.
Okay.
Yeah, either you ignore it or you educate them.
Mhm.
Like, yo, this is what it is. Like the reason why you're enjoying these freedoms
Mm.
is because of my people that you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to go into that whole spiel because that's a rabbit hole.
Mhm.
But yeah, getting to my point, like, yeah, man, like, I don't know if I'm not talking. I feel like I'm talking mad much on your shit.
No, it's okay because I like every time when we link up with something.
Because I there'd be times where I don't see her for like months.
Right.
And then when we see each other, we're like, yo, it'd be literally like 7-hour conversations.
That's why I was like, let me put you on this live stream because you always say something.
Yeah.
Something that makes me think or
yeah, nah. But yeah,
change my perspectives on things.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna wait till my 30s to have kids.
yeah. She's in that 1%. So she different.
Yeah,
She just built different. So but yeah, no, like, yeah, I think when I came back, I had a different perspective. Like I just didn't complain. I used to always complain about a lot of shit.
Mm.
And now it's just like, even when I now feel like I'm starting to complain, I gotta be like, you know what? It's not that bad.
No.
Like, it's really not that bad. Like, it really isn't. It could be so fucking much worse. And
when I went to Costa Rica, that's when I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Like even though their land, wherever it's beautiful, they really struggling.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
They really struggling.
Hey, fuck yeah. Hey, it's the truth.
Traveling does change your perspectives on things.
Yep.
Now I see why they be fighting so hard to get into this country.
Yeah, no, like, and granted, this country isn't perfect.
And all the passport bros, the girls that they, oh my God.
I knew you was gonna bring that up.
So, there's this guy poor guy. There's this guy at my job. He's getting played right now.
Jesus. Okay.
This woman in the
Jesus.
This woman in the Philippines.
Oh, that's the worst place.
Oh.
Too. The Philippines. Oh,
she convinced him that they have a child together because he actually met her
in person.
Yeah, in person. He actually went to the Philippines, but the kid, I saw a picture of the kid. The kid does not look like him at all. The kid does not look like him at all, and he's black.
God
she got not 1 ounce of that. Just no.
She Billie Jeaned him. God
But every week she asks for her allowance for her and for the kid. And she keeps saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to America. I'm gonna come to America." But every month there's an issue. Every month, and she's just running him dry. I'm like, oh my God.
I find that crazy because I'm like, it's not like she could put him on child support or anything like that. Like, bro.
But he's in love. He's in love.
That's that stupid shit. See, I was on that same type of shit. You gotta grow out of that, man. You gotta grow out of that. But yeah, no.
Is your friend still your friends that are the passport bros or your associates, are they still doing that?
I never had friends who.
You said that you knew some guys that were just like, yo, you gotta come to like Brazil or some shit.
Oh, okay. See, she calls everybody my friend. I just know them.
Your
niggas.
associates.
All right, my associates. Yes. Nah. Yeah. There are a few of them that still like. Thailand is probably the biggest thing. Thailand is that's like horror central. Like, no lie. Like, if your boy. Ladies, if you're watching this, if your man, I'm sorry, I'm letting the cat out the bag. If your man says he's going to Thailand with his boys, break up with that nigga, bro. Because he's going to come back with some STDs.
Wow.
Or he going to be fucking out there. I'm telling you. And the reason why is because the women out there are not the same like the women out here. The women out there, because it's not, and this is why I say, like, sorry to say it, and I'm going to get canceled for saying this shit again, but it's the truth. Things like feminism, things like women empowerment, Me Too, all these like female focused groups that have risen to power within like the last decade or two, it can only exist in first world countries. It can't exist where struggle is fucking real. Because when struggle is fucking real, you need men. You need, I fucking said it. You need men. When struggle is real and like food needs to be brought the fuck home, you need men to do that. You need hunters. You need us to be like, yo, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna bring that raw material back home, and you make that food. You make that plate for us. It's like, again, it's the same analogy. It's like I'll buy the house, but you make it a home. You feel what I'm saying? That's that unity that is actually out there, and those women appreciate men on a different scale because it's like they understand the reality. Not saying that women here in America are delusional, but y'all privileged. Like y'all got privilege, like straight up. Y'all really got the blessing of having all of your basic necessities taken care of indirectly by a system that was created by men or by men just indirectly in general. So when men, seek to go over passport bros and other shit, it's like, yeah, my associates, I don't think they're on some passport bros. They just on some, like, I just want to fuck a lot of bitches without anybody judging me. Like,
Lewis said, isn't that Patrice O'Neal's cousin?
Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Lewis. Fuck you. But it's the truth. And even Patrice was on it, on some that type of shit, where he was warning, like, this is, like, of course men are going to be on this type of shit. Of course men are, like, traveling overseas to find wives and shit. I don't blame them, like,
right.
The system is not beneficial towards you. It's sad that a lot of women are going to end up, like, by themselves and alone. Because I know I see that now. Whether it be our, celebrities or it be our local everyday people. Like, I don't, because when I think of it, it's like, yo, my sister, what I'm saying? My sister and her child. Or like, I think of like my aunt who is still single. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I want them to have a love that goes to the end of time. But it's like, you got to look at the environment. The environment is not conducive towards that right now.
But, I mean, when I think about it, I ask myself, like, how did it get to this point? I mean, back then, like, guys were very, like, men could do this, women can't, blah, 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 blah. So women had to fight for, like, their rights and all that stuff. I think now it's getting out of hand.
Yeah. Like, all right.
There needs to be a balance. I think there needs to be a balance.
I know we're touching on a subject where I know I'm going to sound pretty ignorant. So, like, if I do, I'll put my, like, I'm not afraid to sound wrong. Like, I'm not to sound wrong. I'm not afraid to be wrong and to admit when I'm wrong. And I'm not afraid to speak on things that I kind of know about and have a knowledge of. And with this topic, like, I don't think men just made a switch and be like, all right, we just gonna fuck bitches and get money. And no, I think there was a long patience that just wore out. It just got worn out eventually, where it was just like, all right, you know what? If, because right now the thing is, like, we're looking at men who are, let's say, ahead of us. So we're looking at our, like, top 1%. We're looking at, like, the celebrities, the athletes, the, even, like, the doctors and the lawyers and, just the high professional fields, the people who operate at a high level. And we see their experiences and their encounters with women and how they fall out, like, with their marriages or just the accusations. Like, look what happened to, what's his name? I was just talking about this with my sister, Jonathan Majors. The guy, the actor who played Creed from Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he just got accused on battery and domestic abuse. And it's not even, he wasn't even proven guilty. It wasn't even like, the case is not even solved yet. Like evidence is still being found. They're still going through this. So usually you have your your what is it called, due process. You're innocent until proven guilty. But nowadays it's just an accusation. Like if I touch you right now, boom, and you got a bruise, and then you go into the world or you post on social media, Anu, look what he did, Anu abused me. And I'm like, I ain't even caused that. Like I just went like this on camera. But then when I left, she fell down the stairs on her own occasion. And she put the blame on me. But it's like, as soon as you get accused, you might as well be guilty. And I just think men across the board see that and they just opt out. They're like, you know what? Well, interacting with you is too risky. So it's like, I don't even want to deal with you. Or if I do deal with you, it's like I'm going to just deal with you for a moment and I'm going to toss you back. Not to sound fucking crazy, but it's like, or not to sound like, really like an asshole, but it's the truth. That's how men are dealing with it now. Is it, unfortunate for both parties? Yes, because you don't build that. We need that family structure, especially now in today's climate. Like we need families in this country, So now that the family structure is being destroyed, it's like it's really divide and conquer. It's easy to control everybody if there's no family structure. If we're not seeing eye to eye, then whoever is in power can easily control you and can control me because they can take care of you individually. But when we sync up together and we're both on the same page and we're like, all right, we don't got no issues, but this issue right here, this is a big thing. This is what's happening within our community. That's a big issue. Let's work on it together. But we still bickering like, bitch, every time I come back here, you ain't doing shit for me. I ain't getting no food. I'm smelling. I gotta order all this Uber Eats and shit. I'm going broke off your ass because you don't know how to fucking cook. It's like, fuck you, nigga, because you don't know what you do shit. You broke. You don't know, that's why you got a spoon dick. It's like, it's stupid. Like, we going back and forth with each other. It's so stupid. Like, there's so many bigger problems than what we going through, but we can't see eye to eye no more because I don't think it's.
But it was never like that because even like
the
you had women back in the day who were cooking and cleaning and take care of the kids, and they still got cheated on. That's what happened to my grandma.
I mean, yes.
She was cooking and cleaning, take care of the kids, and my grandfather still left her for a woman who works. And he was like, he said that women are supposed to be in the house cooking and cleaning.
Yeah.
But he went against what he said and made a family with another chick who was a worker.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? What's hilarious now, at least from my experience and from what I've been seeing, is that now that women are in the position of men, meaning like they have these jobs, they in the field like men, how men were back in the day. I'm seeing like even now they're experiencing the same challenges that men went through, where now you're like, yeah, you got a stay-at-home husband, stay-at-home dad, and you may love him to death. But now you're coming across highly successful men who are like, hey, like, what's up with you? So it's kind of like funny to me that now like you kind of women are kind of encountering the same issues that men had, where you have this like temptation or you have these options on your plate that you can play around with, even though you got something at home, but you're like, damn, like, nigga, those look good though. like it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, I'm sorry, but like, like we gotta keep it a buck. Like, did men back in the day cheat? Yes. Was it everyone? Was it all of them? No. However, I just feel like I just don't think that's a good excuse to opt out on the roles that we played. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, granted, he made it cheated, but and this is gonna sound fucked up, and I know a lot of women are not gonna agree on it. But
oh boy,
this is why I'm gonna get canceled. I know. Yo, if our band ever blows up, we're gonna be the quickest canceled artists on the planet. Because number one, we all have different opinions, and then I know with me and my mouth, like I'm gonna try to be as neutral and as secretive as possible as far as like not opening my mouth. But it's gonna come a case where I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I got enough success. Yo, this time, nigga, I'm gonna say some wild shit. But no, honestly, I believe like he cheated. However, you see that house that you in? You see how he interacts with with your kids? Like, he's a good dad. He's still here. He's still handling his role. Because maybe your grandmother didn't like how it went down, right?
No, she stayed until he left.
All right. Well,
and it's so funny, when she passed away, he was so heartbroken. He passed away a month later. I said, nigga, why the fuck did you leave her in the first place?
See, and I know, first of all, what I'm about to say, I'm not the first person to say it. I know there was many men that have tried to convey this point to women. A man, like, all right, your man right now, Louis, right?
Mm-hmm.
He loves you unconditionally. This man will literally take a bullet for you, right? I know what that, like, I understand that level of love, right? Now, granted, I don't see Louis ever fucking around on you. I don't see it. However, let's say he went to Costa Rica by himself one day randomly, right? And he got a little pussy. He got some little something on the side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that he is in love with that bitch, or that he just fuck or some pussy? I'm asking you a question.
It's still. It doesn't mean that he's in love with her,
Okay.
but he was, I guess, infatuated enough to where he was just like, I'm gonna risk it.
So you admit, like, yeah, it was just some,
but
I'm just giving up dick. That's it.
But
what?
That's still wrong.
Okay, yeah, granted, from a physical perspective, it's still cheating, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't love the bitch. I ain't gonna ever see the bitch. What you talking
So that
about?
means I could do that too.
No.
What, so women can't do that too?
No, you can't do what I do. See, this is the problem.
Nah.
Because y'all think y'all like us and y'all not. And we are not like y'all. I can't do what you do. Like, I can't be, I don't have that deep connection with my emotions. I don't have that sentimental value on people. And I don't have that shit. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can admit that I can't be you, why can you just, for your soul, cannot admit that, hey, I am not a man. And I don't understand the temptations that you go through.
But women have temptations too.
Yeah. But you don't act on them.
I mean, but we can.
But you're not supposed to.
Because we smart or whatever.
You're not supposed to. All right.
I mean, so men not supposed to do it too.
Yeah, and I agree. But there sometimes comes cold ass.
This is some bad advice. Bad advice.
I'm just entertainment, bro. I'm just being entertaining. No, obviously, okay. All right, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Men, are you supposed to cheat on your lady? If you got a good woman at home, yes. Don't cheat. Do not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And if you are going through some issues, like if she's not satisfying you, then just speak up about it. Like, just if it's gonna hurt her feelings, fuck it, hurt her feelings. But she knows. She knows what it is. Feel what I'm saying? However, I truly believe in my heart of hearts. Ready?
Okay.
This is about to be controversial as fuck. What's that? The beeper?
No, it's outside.
Oh, I believe that, you know how they say, like, women don't cheat unless they're missing something? I believe that's the same thing with men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I believe if a woman is not satisfying you, or is not, and I'm not saying just sexually, I'm saying it could be emotionally, physically. Because I know men who didn't cheat physically, but they may have, like, in her eyes, cheated emotionally. Mm-hmm. Where they're like, I didn't hook up with this girl, but, like, I have a better relationship. Like, I feel more comfortable talking to her about anything than you, and you're supposed to be my lover.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sometimes that cuts a huger cut than if you slept with the bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I believe that when men are missing something, I just think men don't speak up about it. Like, we don't talk about it because we don't want to hurt your feelings. Like, for instance, let's say in the topic of sex. Like, if she's not satisfying, we don't be like, well, you know.
No, they don't. They don't speak up.
We don't speak up. Like, unless she asks, but 9 times out of 10, she's not going to ask. She's not going to ask. And it usually, if it is brought up, it's always brought up in, like, an argument. Like, after I'm, like, done with you, and, like, I really want to hurt your feelings, like, bitch, that's why your Gucci stink. Bitch, that's why you don't get no head. Like, shit like that. I feel like it's like, I just think men don't speak up about it. So when we don't speak up about it, eventually you're going to seek it in other people. You know what I'm saying?
That's just something that y'all gotta work on then. Like, if it's gonna hurt her feelings, and so what? So be it. Then that's something that she has to work on.
Right. I just think it's a maturity thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I was just joking and entertaining y'all.
Yeah.
But like, on a serious note, I just think I really think from communication, like if you have strong communication, then you can really like you can survive, and you can not even survive, you can prosper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if our communication started off good and healthy from the jump, like I'm not afraid to tell you anything. Like damn near like, hey baby, check this out. I got this weird bump on my dick. Like seriously, like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not on that type of level where I'm not, if I'm like afraid to be like, hey, you know this position, or like, hey, like when I tried to like vent to you or open up to you, you was kind of like weird. Like if I'm afraid to talk to you about that, I should not even be in a relationship with you in the first place. That's what I feel like. Because I tried to set the goal at least, and I didn't have many relationships. Like I had a lot of jump offs, but from the relationships that I had, like the probably 3 or 4 that I really tried to give it an honest try, communication was the biggest thing. Like if I knew I had to talk to you about something, I'd be like, hey, let's sit down. We gotta talk. This is what's going on. And I'm raw. Like I told bitches like, hey, you gotta stop using your teeth when you give me head. Or I said the whole, I don't give a fuck. Like cause I'm trying to make you better. Like straight up. I don't care. Like, cause I treat you how I would like to be treated. If I'm not satisfying you in any form, emotionally, sexually, tell me so that I can work on it. Don't just leave me up guessing. And then I go to the next person, like after you dump me or cheat on me or whatever, and I go to the next person doing the same material. And then I'm running into the same problems. It's like, yo, speak up. Speak the fuck up. Do you feel the same way or you don't?
No, I do. I speak up all the time. I do. I don't got the time to like play games. Like this is how I like it. This is how I want it.
Right. And when you get what you want, it feels good, doesn't it? So, cool. I'm just giving the same thing, but from the male perspective. But y'all don't want to hear that now because men are the enemy. But whatever.
No, I mean, at least for me,
not
at
you.
Least for me.
I'm saying the general synopsis of it.
That sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah. But getting to your point, actually, I don't believe it's. Again, I don't think men just did a 180. I really think it's the environment. Because like back in as you said, like she said back in the day, like back in the day, there wasn't a Me Too thing. There wasn't a female focused empowerment. Not that there's nothing wrong with that.
But there was a lot of dirty shit going on back then.
Yeah. Trust me, I know. And especially because oh man. If you need to have, even though you don't know him, there's this white guy that I know in the city. Cause I ride these like electric wheels and he rides them too. We call him OG. He has to be like in his 60s, but he got stories for days because he used to be with like the Hollywood execs. Oh, he knew them people. So like anytime I stroll up, we have a spot in the city called HQ where we all just hang out. If he's there, oh man, I could talk to that guy for hours because he has stories on James Brown, Diana Ross. He had like on the OG legends, and he has not just stories. He got stories like. He can tell you who's secretly in the closet, who was, a hoe, bro, he got stories.
And if I had him on this live stream,
nah, honestly, he couldn't say it on camera. Because I told him, I was like, yo, why don't you make a book? He's like, I honestly have to wait till they're all dead. Because if I make a book about my experiences, they'll sue the shit out of me. Off defamation of character. Because, hey, you thought because like, I be telling him something like what I be going through. And he'd be like, man, that ain't shit. Like
I want to hear a story. What?
All right, he was.
You could drop like you don't gotta say their names. You could just drop like nicknames.
What's that singer's name? Oh man.
Just a nickname or something.
I'm trying to remember her name. And it's not. I don't think it's Diana Ross, but it's in that group. Well, he has a story about Chaka Khan. I don't remember it vividly, but he does have a story of Chaka Khan.
Oh God, okay.
God damn.
Yo, when you're in the city, you meet all walks of life.
I meet so many.
You hear so many stories.
Bro. I meet so many. I don't want to say Diana Ross. I just want to say it's in that Soul Train, like that group that I'm talking about, like around the Jackson 5 and all that.
Okay.
Dumb people. I don't know the exact singer's name.
So probably I have a playlist of all their music, so
it'll come to my mind. It'll come to my mind. But he had a story of when they were partying. Remember at the 40/40 Club in the city. This is when the 40/40 Club was like the 40/40 Club. But he was like, yeah, just to give a synopsis, he was like, yo, like back in the day, the amount of coke we used to do off each other.
Oh
And we would be in
God.
the club and not just dancing and drinking and doing coke and blowing all that shit. We'd be fucking in the club too, fucking each other. This person, like, she fucking him.
A
He's
big orgy.
It's literally a fucking orgy in the 40/40 Club in the VIP section.
Wow.
Motherfuckers sucking dick and girls sucking dick, guys sucking dick. Cause
G-
yes,
What the?
yes,
Oh my.
yes. I gotta, yo. Next time you're in the city, I exclusively gotta introduce you to him. He has stories for days, and your favorite like artist, nigga. There was a couple playlists I had to delete after that, yo.
Like even like, does he know artists of like today's? Like,
Nah, cause he's not into that shit no more. Cause he even told me like Hollywood is.
he had to leave.
Yeah, Hollywood is evil. Like
What?
Hollywood is on that weird shit. So like if you can make your own lane and you're successful in your own lane, God bless you. But to the people, if you're an artist, like don't strive to be in that Hollywood shit, bro. Like do your own thing, be an artist.
There's so many videos coming out now talking about that.
Them motherfuckers is weird. They on some weird shit. And if they can find dirt on you, they will find dirt on you. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But
What?
yeah, man, he has stories for days. And we call him OG. He's mad entertaining. And anytime like he's one of those people that like always gotta top your story. Like you be like, yo, back like my wildest story, be like, yo, like he was in the club. We did like 5 shots. He was going crazy, but we wasn't doing coke and we wasn't sucking each other. Like we wasn't doing none of that freaky shit that they was talking about. So, hey, your parents, our parents, if they were born in the 60s, 70s, even the like early 80s, they were doing coke. They were fucking raw, no rubbers. No rubbers. Why do you think AIDS got so big in the 80s? Yeah, from the 70s, nigga. Everybody, nigga. Because
Everybody was for everybody.
Everybody was everybody. Everybody was out their fucking mind. It didn't care. Like, and there was no consequences. Like the biggest consequence back in the day was you get a bitch pregnant. Now it's like, oh, you get a STD, STI, like
gonorrhea, all that stuff.
Gonorrhea, like herpes, like this. So you're like, we're like extra careful. Where back in the day, imagine today's era, social media and everything, no STDs, or at least we don't have no knowledge of STDs, STIs. Though, like the biggest thing you can do is just get a bitch pregnant.
Right.
What? We be on camera. What?
Yo.
Sorry, that's just right. I'm not saying I was fucking hard. No, but I was just saying it's crazy.
My God.
It's crazy. So that's why I say, like, going back to my first point, like those environments was different, bro. Like the reason why you probably had different, like stronger family structures back then was because you didn't have these entities to scare men off. Whereas like now, like even men from overseas, like when I talk to my homies from overseas, they were like, I would never, they would say in their accent, I'd never date an American woman. I never. She crazy. She crazy. Crazy.
But then, okay, so you have women, like I know women at my job, they left places like Africa because the men out there, they're allowed to have like all these wives and stuff, and they're getting like treated poorly, and it like literally fled to America, and they love it out here. They love their freedom. They're like, I'll never go back to Africa.
Maybe, yeah. That's what I said. It's case by case. But, they say that now, and then when they get married or, when they got to go through the system.
Like this one lady now, every time she shows up to the job, she's singing. She's singing to the high heavens. She's like excited to work. She's excited to just be there. Yeah. And she's just like, I'm not going back to Africa. And she left. I don't know if she's bringing her daughter out here, but she left her daughter, I guess, with the dad.
I guess.
She left. She did.
Well, yeah, it's case by case. It's case by case. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's a woman. That's a female. So her experience is different from the men. I was talking exclusively about a male experience. Mm-hmm. But from the female experience, yeah, America is a great place. Again, this is what I'm saying. Right now, our environment is more beneficial. If you are a woman in America, you should be thriving.
Exactly.
Unlike back in the day, like when I say back in the day, I'm talking about like the 60s, the 70s. Shit, I wouldn't even go back that far. I would even say like in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Like the 90s, if you was a dude, you was good. You was good in America because it wasn't that hyper focus on women right now. Now it's an extreme hyper focus on women. Hence why like the suicide rate amongst men is like 3 times that of than women because again it's like we don't matter in this country and it's truth. It's like that's at least that's the thing that's being projected the most. It's like all right, you don't see a celebration of men. You don't see that anymore. You used to see that, but you don't really see that anymore. And if you do get a glimpse of it, it's always like it's always immediately attacked or it's immediately devalued in some form of way. So men are seeing this and experiencing this firsthand and just like, yo, we just opt them out. We just like, yo, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that bullshit.
Yeah, I see a point. Because even though there are cases of men who like treated women badly, like, you know, molested and all that stuff, which I do got a few stories myself.
Of course, yeah.
There are a lot of good men out here that get overlooked.
Yeah.
So now you guys, the good men, are getting like
don't put me in that group. I am not a good nigga. I will fuck you up.
Well, no. I mean, like, as far as like not like violently, like you're not hitting a woman. You're not.
Nah.
You're not molesting. No. You're not doing any of that stuff.
Nah.
It's like you guys are getting grouped in with them, and it's like all men are just like filthy and.
Because what they don't, one thing I hate that they don't highlight is that most men call other men out on that bullshit. Right. Or like we handle that behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even in the like if you think about like men that get caught and go to prison for that. If you messing with I know the big thing in prison, like if you mess with children or women, you get fucked up in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You damn near lose your life. Like you don't hear a lot of like pedophiles surviving in prison or doing life sentences. Usually they killed as soon as it's the news is spread around the yard that hey, this motherfucker fuck with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. Black, white, Latino, doesn't matter. You're getting fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I hate that they don't highlight that. You know what I'm saying? But even here in the outside world, it's like, yeah, we deal with that shit. And, you know, granted, I don't want our women to be going through that shit. I want our women to feel safe out there. Mm-hmm. And, you know,
because the average man is not like that. It's just the few who are, and those, I'm not gonna go there, but there are a few who are like that, and those are the ones that are the face of men right now.
No,
the R. Kellys and the whatnot.
But yeah, those extreme ones, like to be honest, it's sad to say, but those extreme ones are usually the loudest in the room,
mm-hmm.
and they are the ones that get the most attention because they're the loudest, you know, or they present themselves in a loud way. Whereas the average guy is usually quiet to himself, or always like waiting for the right moment to say, which never comes. So, and then we all get lumped in with that from women who, you know, with their few encounters, or not even few encounters, all their encounters is always the same type of male, or usually the same type of dude. It's never like a diverse group of dudes. So, I can't agree with that. And for me, it's like, especially to the single mothers, and I know that I'm gonna get canceled for saying this, but
you're gonna get canceled for a lot of things in this video.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like if we do blow up or anything like that, or if I do become
you guys will.
Well, okay, yes. Sorry.
Because I've seen you guys like sold out shows, all packed out and whatnot.
We trying to do our thing. So like, I feel like 10 years from now, people are gonna find this video and be like, yo, Anu was saying this. I'd be like, bro, half that shit was entertainment. So if you seeing this and if you look through the whole material and
entertainment purpose,
I'm just entertaining. I'm really not. I'm being exaggerated. I'm always going above and beyond. Cause getting to my point, like I feel that a large portion of men get lumped in with that, and it's kind of unfair because you're not looking at it case by case. And at the same time, like, I'm not going to deny you of your experiences as well. Like, if you've been through some traumatizing shit, like, you have every right to feel that way. However, it is also your responsibility to process that and say, you know what? Okay, I went through a traumatic experience. However, it's still wrong of me to put that on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got burnt by a gold digger, does that mean that every woman that I come across now is trying to hit my pockets? It's like, no, you would think that's absurd. But in the same way, that analogy is the same way with with men. At least that's how we feel when we get told that, oh, you're a scumbag by nature, or you're toxic, or whatever. It'd be like, I didn't do that shit to you. And even if we were in that situation, I would have never drugged you. I would have never put something in your drink. I would have never touched you inappropriately. Like, I'm not that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I've been in scenarios where like women are pissed off that I asked for consent. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna ask because I don't want this to come back on me at all. Like, can I touch you? Is that okay? Okay, cool. Can I touch your titty? Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Like, I am touching your titty. I don't know if she got a wire on her. I am touching the titty.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, that's funny as hell to me. But yeah, nah, like I just feel like most men gotta, I think we gotta just speak up and just speak out against it. You know, and then also accept that, this is the world that I think a lot of men are accepting the world that they live in now and moving accordingly. Hence why you're seeing a large portion of men not dating anymore, or a large portion of men going overseas to find something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to deal with that.
Right.
They don't want to be lumped into that. So I get it.
Yeah, that sucks that you can't find one person. You gotta go overseas.
I know, that's kind of crazy. And not, first of all, I keep saying this term. A lot of these passport ass motherfuckers are fucking losers. I'm just gonna say it right now. Not all of you. A lot of you motherfuckers I fuck with. But some of you motherfuckers are just fucking losers. Like, dead ass, losing ass, just losers. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go into detail why, but some of y'all are just some losing ass motherfuckers. But anyway, I get why y'all going over there, though. Because I would do the same. I'm not going to lie. Because not saying the women here are bad, but the system gives them too many advantages for them not to take it upon themselves to take action. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think, but is it every woman? Not every, but
it's not every woman, but it's like, all right, how is the best way I can explain it? Let's say hypothetically, let's go into an imaginary world right now, right? Let's say that book that you have right there, right, is a powerful magic book.
Okay.
If you read from that book, you can get any power that is on the page. So if you turn a page that says you have the ability to fly, you can fly now.
Right.
If you turn that page that says you have the ability to shoot lasers out your pussy, you can do that, right?
Okay.
Whatever. You have eternal life, whatever. However, I say to you, I'm like, you can't open that book though. Like, it's at your disposal, but
you just can't open it.
Not that you can't open it. I advise you not to open it.
So it's kind of like the Garden of Eden, like the
exactly
that tree of knowledge, but you can't eat from it.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. It's like, I'm telling you, don't eat from it because there is like consequences. Is it beneficial to you? Yes, because you become knowledgeable. However, there's some consequences, so you shouldn't eat from it. But it will empower you, right? And every day you gotta look at that fucking tree. And you gotta be like, why is he telling me? You know what? Whatever.
Right.
Next day, same thing. Why is he telling me? And it just grows and it grows and it grows. So the analogy for that is like, if the system is benefiting you, if the government is in your ear and saying, hey, you know that motherfucker that put a baby in you? You can get him for everything he's worth. Or, you know this motherfucker that you just married who's worth over $250,000? You can take half his shit. All you gotta do is just make him sign those papers. Anytime you get annoyed, anytime you get frustrated, if he's not sucking your pussy right, if you're not hitting it from the back,
so deep.
If he cheated on you,
those are some whack ass reasons.
But those are the reasons. It's like, and I gave legitimate reasons, but you know what the main reason is? It's usually either money or you're just not happy.
I just feel like if you're gonna get a chick pregnant, right? You should just, step up to the plate and take care of the child. And as long as you're taking care of the kid, the woman shouldn't be
if it's my kid
taking half of your shit.
If it's my kid, yes, it is my responsibility to take care of that child. Right? If it's not my kid and it's proven that that's not my kid,
then you shouldn't.
It shouldn't. But is it like that? No.
Really?
Yes,
You
because
got-
there are laws in place that, let's say if we were together, right?
Mhm.
Let's say if we were married, you cheated. I didn't know. I thought the kid was mine. DNA test comes, and I find out. And let's say this is after the kid's already born.
Mhm.
So this is after 2 years. I signed my name on that birth certificate. I'm already 2 years in and taking care of
We
you.
already married.
We already married and everything. I find out the kid is not mine. Even if we get divorced, I still have to pay you and that kid. And the kid is not mine.
Mm.
And even in some states, ready for this one? This is even more fucked up. Even in some states, and I know some dudes who are going through this, they ain't even get married to the girl. The kids are not together.
And
the
he
kids
still
not
gotta
there.
pay?
And the only reason why he still got to pay is because he was in a relationship with the bitch for a certain period of time.
Oh my.
So technically, it's like you acted as the father. So now you have to pay. So when laws like that are in place, why are you not seeing the picture of like men? I'll be like, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with that. Or when men see single moms, they're like, oh no, I don't want nothing to do with that. I want nothing to do with that. Because even if we don't even if we just like decide, hey, I don't like want to be in a relationship with you, we're not really that compatible. It's like, well, you already were trying to figure this shit out with me for 2 years, and I got this kid, so
oh my god.
it happens. And I'm not saying you again, and this is the same thing like what you were saying. You was like, hey, I'm not in that group of these terrible ass men.
Right.
But let's be honest, there are some terrible ass
Women.
trash ass women out here.
Yeah.
Who don't give a fuck about a man's life. They don't give a fuck. They don't.
Damn, and you can't even like how come guys don't be seeing the signs early, like picking up,
Well,
you know?
stupidity, and then they don't know any better. You know, I think a lot of men are waking up now, but I just think there are still a lot of men who, and, you know, because a man's life is kind of lonely. Like, we don't get as much access to intimacy.
No, y'all gotta really seek that.
Yeah, we gotta work.
You gotta hunt for some pussy.
You do. Like, pussy is hard. Dick is easy to get. Any bitch can get dick. Pussy is fucking hard. And it's actually funny because, like, women don't unless you, like, I'm talking to the bisexual women now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really realize how hard pussy is until they themselves have to get pussy. Mm-hmm. And until they go out on the dates and seeing, like, oh, wait, I know we both women, but do I gotta pay? And, like, if I pay, am I getting something out of this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you just gonna ghost me? Are you like, what's gonna happen? So now they're experiencing this, and it's just so funny because the same complaints that men have, they have, and it's just like, you've been saying this since the dawn of time, bitch, and you've been ignoring me the whole time. You've been calling me fucking misogynistic and all this bullshit. That bitch was going through it, but now like pussy is it's incredible, yes. But it's really difficult to get because it always comes with stipulations, and you're always gonna pay. You're always gonna pay, whether directly or indirectly, or whether you're paying with money. You're either gonna pay money or you're gonna pay time. That's what I've learned in my 28 years of living. If you want pussy, you're gonna have to give up two things. Either you're gonna give up both, or you're gonna give up either or. You're either gonna give up your time or your money, and you gotta figure out which is more precious. Me personally, I'd rather give up my money. I will never give up if my time is wasted. If I give you my time that I can't get back, and I didn't get nothing, I'm spazzing. Not like I'm gonna hit you, but you gonna hear my mouth. You gonna hear my mouth, and I'm a verbally. She knows my mouth. That's why she's big.
That's why I'm laughing.
She knows my mouth, and there's a couple bitches that I've been like, yo, don't play me, because I really hurt your feelings. Don't play me. Just don't do that. But I'll get my money up, like, because I can make my money back. And I've been in situations where I'm not saying first of all, I've never cashed at bitches. If you do that, you are a fucking loser. You are a fucking loser. If you cash at bitches, you a fuck. Well, if she has a cash out her.
No, I don't need money. I'm good. Well, I need money, but I got money.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, dog, if you cash at bitches, you're a fucking loser to me. But yeah, if you're gonna pay, and you're always gonna pay, I'd rather just pay the money because I can get the money back. But my time, I can't get that fucking back. Especially as I'm getting older, like these young bitches, like and I don't mess with. When I say young bitches, I'm talking about like 24. I don't go below 23. Like
Mm-hmm.
23, 24, 25. Them bitches, I'm not saying they stupid, but they don't have no awareness or no value of a man's time. Like, my time is so precious because that's my time to get shit done and be productive. Like, how your value is your beauty, productivity is my value. Like, being productive, a productive member of society, that's my value. That's how my beauty is depicted, if that makes sense. Like, your beauty is depicted off your physical, like how you take care of yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
My value is depicted on what I can do with my hands. Like, what can I provide? You know what I'm saying? That's what that's why you have a lot of ugly dudes, but they with beautiful women because they're productive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they know how to get shit done.
Their hands are beautiful. Look at all this crust and this
Right.
is like all this hard work you've been putting into it. It's so beautiful.
Women like scars. It's the truth. Women like scars, bro. Like, if you really want to like get with women, like, get some scars on you, bro. Not like physical scars. Don't abuse yourself.
But show that you put in work.
Yeah, like, yeah. If my hands look better, if your hands look better than your bitch, this would be like, yo, what the fuck?
That's true.
It's like women are gonna look at that small. Women are detail oriented. They're gonna look at that small detail and be like, he ain't out here really. He ain't no man. Like, nah. That's why my hands. Like, I take care of my hands, but. Like,
if you don't got no type of back problems, if then if you just completely just all together, then there's a problem.
She said you don't got no back problem, right? If your knees ain't cracking, I ain't getting on my knees. That's what she said. Bro, that's hilarious, bro. That is so fucking true. But it's the truth. Like,
oh man.
That's what I realized. And I think, you know what? I think that's what the older generations kind of understood more. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the men. Like, when I speak to men from the older generations, that's like the biggest thing that they value. Like, they just like, yo, don't waste my time. And they seriously they really take seriously about being as productive as possible. And just not saying being the man of the house, but just going out there and just doing what you got to do and handling your business.
So, okay. So what about the guys today? Because I see that there's a problem with this too. A lot of guys today, they rather just stay home, play games all day, which I know you play games or whatever, but you're not like
much, to be honest, no.
Well, you don't.
Well, I used to.
You don't be doing it all day. Well, that's when you was younger and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you got men who rather just play video games all day and do nothing, and they're lazy now. And the women are just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
like, get off your ass.
Granted, yeah, you got to take some personal responsibility here, and I'm not giving a pass to men. However, I'm not gonna come down on them either. I'm not gonna punch them while they're down because I understand. I've been in that spot where you're playing games all day and
But you was younger. You was like.
It wasn't that I was just younger. It was like I didn't have no motivations. Like, I didn't have. A man needs a purpose. You know what I'm saying? When you have a purpose or you have a desire to be something more, yeah, you don't waste time with games. And don't get me wrong, like, you talking to I love games. Like, because I see the art behind games. Because it's honestly, it's a story that you get to play and interact with. That's how I see video games. However, do I play video games as much as I used to? No. Why? Because I have different aspirations that I want now. I have different things that I desire. When I was younger, I didn't have those things. So, like, in order to, spare my time, yeah, I'm going to get on the game. Yeah. And honestly, listen, I know a lot of women complain about men who play video games, but I ask this question. Would you rather have a dude, like, let's say he's not lazy. Like, let's say he just plays a lot of video games. But he goes up there, he busts his ass from sun up to sundown.
Well, that's different. If you're doing what you got to do and you come home and that's your downtime, then that's cool.
Yeah, but I know there's a lot of women out there that have a problem with that.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've seen a podcast. I remember, like, it was a clip, and this lady was bitching that her man, even though her man was out there working, he pays her bills, he pays his bills, but she was complaining that he spends like 2 hours playing a video game at the end of the day instead of like giving attention to her. And I'm like,
oh no.
So you'd rather have a dude who don't play video games and God knows where he is outside doing God knows what, rather than a nigga that like, you can go out and he's at home on the game fucking chilling because he he got work tomorrow. So you're like, you know what? This is my downtime. Let me
See,
enjoy
people
it.
they just be picking problems that are not even
For no
there.
reason. For no fucking reason.
They be
Yeah.
worrying about the wrong things.
Yeah. But to answer your question, yeah, no, to the guys that are playing games and who are kind of like lazy, I just say find something that you're passionate.
I can see if they like, made YouTube videos and like build up their subscribers or whatever.
Because you
and
can get a bag off videos.
Yeah, you can. I've seen that.
Yeah, if that's your passion, then make a bag off it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can, shit, then go after it. Fuck it. Fuck what these bitches is talking about. But if that's not your passion, if you're using it as like an escape, then that's different. Then you're no different from the person who like smoke weed every day to escape or drink every day.
And
it's
have
a crutch.
No ambition, no nothing.
Yeah, it's a crutch. Like you gotta find. Like I was blessed enough to have a passion very early on. Like I found my passion in my teens, which was music and dance. Yes. And then, I have other aspirations as far as of like, trading and stuff like that. But yeah, like I think the biggest thing when you don't have purpose or you don't have a drive to be anything more, yeah, you're gonna result to these things. And it's gonna be it's sad, but it's like that's the reality of the situation nowadays. Because again, sorry to say it, we don't live in a society that, at least currently right now, that gives attention to male issues. Like female issues are put on a bigger pedestal than male issues. And if we try to like acknowledge male issues or come together or be put together different organizations or events, is always dismantled. And that's for a fucking reason.
And that's why I let you talk the most on here, because I gotta understand the men's side as much as I can. Whenever you guys are around, I come encounter with you guys, because I'm a woman, so I'm not in your shoes.
Yeah.
So.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that you lend an ear. And try to understand. That's what makes you cool. And then say things. Oh, they went off.
No, I just reconnected.
Oh, there's certain things that like women go through. Like for instance, like I didn't realize this until like a couple years back, where like I didn't know the level of anxiety that women go through when traveling back home at night or just going anywhere at night.
Yo,
that shit is like
I have a story. Like did I tell you? I don't think I told you. Like this happened a few months ago. I was walking and I wasn't alone, and there was this guy who drove. It was me and Lewis. We was walking. This guy drove past us, right? And then I was too busy laughing and cracking up enjoying the conversation. But Lewis noticed that the guy, he like drove back around and he was like checking me out, and he like lowered his shades. And then he went around the corner and drove back again. And then he parked. And Lewis was like, no, get over here. There's this guy that's following us. And he's looking at you. And I'm like. And then like he eventually just drove off because we was like what the fuck is going on? But I wasn't even alone and that was happening.
Yeah.
And then my mom a few weeks back, she got followed.
Yeah.
And that's why like, I'm very cautious when I go outside.
Yeah. It's like as a man, like we don't experience that. Well, yeah, no, we don't experience that to that degree. Or we don't even experience that at all. Like I can, like shit is dark right now. I'm about to go back home and I have zero anxiety. I just be like, all right.
Yeah, you about to go back to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I would be like
terrified. Like even if she told me like, yeah, I gotta go back home, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drive you. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Even that offer is not given to me. And it shouldn't, because it's like you don't go through. Now I'm not saying like I can't go out here and not get robbed or mugged. So I had somebody try to test me. But it's like it's not as common as it is then with a woman. And it's like I totally get that. And and I think the best way that men can help in that situation is like either offer to help, or like, I say personally, if you have sisters, a daughter, like prepare them as best as you can. Put some tools in their hands that you can, help to
because that's what I'd be trying to understand, because I've been followed so many times, I've been touched so many times.
Right.
And I'm like, why men are like this?
Yeah.
And I just had to like, that's why I listen every chance I get, because I'm like, what the, like, why?
But again, yeah, that goes to again, those are the extremes.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's like, you know, I've seen cases where some weird shit happens in front of a dude. Even shit. Uh, a month and a half ago, I knocked the nigga out on the train because he was taking pictures of a girl without permission. And I knocked him clean out on the fucking train. It was a white dude too, and he didn't even sound like he was from this country. But I was sitting on the train going back home, and just how you are to me. Let's say you're sitting on where your bed is. They can't see it, but like it's literally right there. He sits right next to me and pulls out his phone and goes like this. It wasn't like it was like the subtle it was like, no, I'm gonna pull out my fucking phone, I'm gonna prop up, and he did like this right in front of her. And he's sitting right next to me. And I'm looking at him, I'm like,
did she see that?
Yeah, she's looking at me because she's sitting on the edge of the seat. And she's looking at me and I could tell by her face, she's like giving confirmation, like, is he taking pictures of me, or he's just like doing something on his phone? And I'm giving her like, yeah, he's taking pictures of you. And it's not just like one, it's a lot. So the first time he like props up his chair and takes pictures, and then he's swiping, and like I'm watching what he's doing with his phone. He's like swiping through the pictures, like the ones that he likes. He's like zooming in on her legs and shit.
No.
I swear to God. So I'm like, okay, I have two options here.
No.
And this is actually funny because I had a show happening the next night, and I'm like, if I get locked up, they're gonna be so mad at me because I can't get locked up. But I was like, when he was scrolling through the pictures, I was like, all right, I have two choices. I can ignore this, or I can say something. So I was like, because in that moment I was thinking, I'm like, all right, if that was you, if that was my sister, if that was my mother, like, I don't even care. As soon as the first, I would have been swinging. It was off rip. So as he was pulling out his phone again to take more pictures, I did like this. I said, hey, and I was getting the girl's attention because at the point I saw she was uncomfortable because she knew what was happening. So she was just trying to ignore it. So I got her attention. I said, do you know this guy? And she's like, no, I don't. I'm like, he's taking pictures of you, like not just like whole pictures of you. And she's like, oh, he is? I kind of figured that because of the way he was holding his camera. And then he looked at me like, what are you doing? So I'm like, hey, yo, I'm just going to be real with you. You taking a picture of this woman right here? I don't know her, but that's very weird, bro. That's very inappropriate. He's like, what are you talking about? I was taking a selfie. Now you're lying to me. I just watched you do it. I'm like, bro, I'm not stupid. Like, you just sat right next to me. You took a picture of this homeless dude, and then you took a picture of her. Like, I watched you scroll through these pictures. I watched you be creepy, and I watched you take pictures of her without her permission. And he's like, oh, I'm not doing anything illegal, or this is fun. It's free use. That's what he was trying to tell me. Because he was trying to say, oh, I'm a photographer. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, I tried to do photography when I was, back in my early 20s. So I was like, when I was doing photography, free use is like if we're at a park, if we're at a public space where there's hundreds of people out, right? And let's say you're not in the focus, but I'm taking a picture. Let's say I'm taking a picture of some pigeons or something, and you happen to be in the picture, right? If you notice it, my responsibility is to say, hey, you're not in the focus, but you are in this picture. Is it okay if I use, or if I do, let's say if I do take a picture and I know you're in it, I have to get your permission, regardless if it's free use or not. I still have to get your permission to say, hey, I got you in this picture. Like, do you mind if I use your photo? Especially if it's going to be like, promoted on a, newspaper or something like that. I have to get your permission. This is why, like, you ever seen like the YouTube pranks happen and people walking in the shot, and if they have their face blurred, those are people who was like, I do not give you permission to use my face for your video. Same thing. Even though you're out in public, it's fair use. It's like you still have to get permission. So that interaction that he's saying with me, I'm like, that's bullshit. So I'm like, all right, listen, I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm like, if you don't delete these pictures, there's gonna be some fucking problems. I'm gonna count to 5. You gonna delete these fucking pictures. So he's still gonna spew, oh, I'm just taking selfies. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Then I start getting annoyed. So I started Go in New York, basically. So, nigga, fuck out of here. What you talking about? You fucking weirdo, man. We don't do that here. He's like, what you talking about? I've lived here for 13 years. I'm like, motherfucker, I was born and raised here. Nobody here in New York does that. Nobody. If you get, if you look me in the eye the wrong way.
Right.
So if you taking pictures of me without my permission, you will get touched. Trust me. And right now, you about to get touched. So shit escalates. And then it slipped out of my mouth first. But I'm sitting here getting so mad. I'm like, yo, man, nigga, you fucking crazy, man. You fucking weird ass nigga. He's like, nigga, what were you talking about? And this is a white dude.
Ooh.
I said, say that to me one more time. And you know, if I'm mad, she knows, like, if I get mad and I start smiling, that means I'm about to put my hands on you. Because I'm done talking to you. So I said, say that to me one more time. And I just said that. I said it just like that. I said, say that to me one more time. It's like, well, you called me first. And I just literally, with as hard as I could, swung on him with my left hand. And that's not even my dominant hand. But I saw him, bow, hit him right in the jaw. Man froze. And then I was like, fuck it, I already hit him. Let me just knock him out on the seat. So
oh my God.
I turned in with my right hand. Boom! Man was slopped on the seat like this. Gone. Everybody's like, yeah! Everybody on the train like, yo, okay. So I'm like, now I'm over the body, like, I'm going crazy. I blacked out. So I'm like, nigga, fuck out of here. Fuck what you talking about? This is mad wrong. What you doing is fucking wrong. It's fucked up. If I ever catch your hand, I'm gonna fuck you up. Da-da-da. Right? He starts to wake up in the middle of my rant. So I punched him again.
Oh my God.
I said, nigga, don't wake up while I'm speaking to you. Fuck is you talking about? And then that's when I got in trouble.
That is so not you.
I know, but I was so mad. I was so mad that you was taking pictures of this girl in front of me. Because in my mind, I didn't see this girl. I saw, like, if I knew her. So immediately I was triggered. And then on top of that, you lied to me in front of my... It wasn't like if he would be like, you know what? If he did it, he'd be like, you know what? My bad. And deleted the photos. I'd be like, all right, now get the fuck away from me. Whatever. I would have left that situation. I would have never put my hands on him. But it was the fact that you kept lying to me. And then it escalated into that for a reason. So now, I know I definitely escalated it by screaming and all that shit. Because I could have just, like, called somebody or report him or some shit like that. But I was just so angry at that point. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you. I'm about to knock you the fuck out. So when I hit him a third time, this other white dude from across the, like basically he was by the train conductor. He just gets up in the seat. Stop the train. Stop the train. He said to me, he's like, this man is assaulting this man. He's assaulting him. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, so you just didn't see all this 15-minute encounter I had with this dude? So I started blacking on him. I basically turned into your mom. I'm like, motherfucker.
My mom?
Yeah, because I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? I assaulted him. I'm like, he's taking unsolicited photos of this woman, and she's clearly bothered by it. I'm like, you saw this whole encounter happen, and you didn't say nothing, and now you want to speak up because I handled it? I'm like, shut the fuck up before I knock you out. Matter of fact, and I start walking over there.
No.
So I'm about to knock you the fuck out if you keep saying it. And he stopped the whole train. He got the conductor. And now the conductor, which thank God it was a short black lady, like middle age. Now, thank God, because she was a sister. So shout out to you if you ever see this. If you ever see my face, you remember my face. Shout out to you. Because I didn't go to jail tonight. I didn't go to jail because of you. But she calls me over and she was like, now you know how black women are. She's like, baby, what did you do?
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I knocked this guy out. She was like, did you hit him? Did you really hit him? I was like, yeah, I hit him. I'm like, but he was taking... She was like, listen, if he presses charges, we got to handle it. But like, why did you hit him? I was like, yo, he was taking pictures of this girl. And she's my witness. Like, and she vouched for me too. She was like, yeah, like, he was taking photos of me where I was clearly bothered. Like, it's wrong to do that. I was in the right. Was I in the right to him a third time? No. But I'm like, so she after she speaks up for me, the train conductor, after the guy wakes up, because the guy's over him and he's like waking him up. He's like, hey, and the guy wakes up and he's like, do you want to press charges? He's like, you should press charges against him. He assaulted you. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, are you dead ass serious? Like, this is really I'm really about to go to jail because of this fucking snitch. I'm like, okay. Now everybody on the train is on my side, by the way.
Mm.
And they're like, nah, he was in the wrong. He was in the wrong. Yes, he did assault him, but he was in the wrong. He was taking pictures of this lady. And the train conductor asked the guy once he woke up, was like, hey, do you want to press charges? Do you want me to call the police? And the guy was just like, no, I don't want. Because I was like, before he even said his answer, I said, when she said, hey, do you want to press charges? I stopped her. I said, hey, I'm like, yo, I was lying on my ass. I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck if I go to jail. I got bail money. I don't have bail money. But I know people who do got bail money. I'm like, I got people who going to bail me out. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I said, my aunt's a police officer. I'll be out by tomorrow. But I said, but you, when the police come, I'm going to tell them everything that happened. So if you want to press charges, you still going to jail because you still did some illegal ass shit. So I'm like, if I'm going down, I'm like, you going down with me. So think about it. And when he heard me say that, he was just like, nah, I don't want to go to jail.
Oh my God.
So the lady heard that and she was like, oh, thank God. She's like, you go home. Don't do nothing else. So she opens the door. Everybody bum rushes out because basically everybody was, because as soon as the guy snitched, it was like, stop the car. Everybody was like, oh, now I'm going to be late for work. You know how New Yorkers get. So everybody was like, oh, man, fuck this nigga, man. We about to be late because this nigga knocked me out. So now everybody mad at me. So now it's funny because like everybody's mad at me, not because I assaulted the guy, but because now they're going to be late because they stopped the train.
Mm-hmm.
So I apologized. When we got out the car, I was like, yo, everybody on the train. I literally said that out loud. I said, yo, everybody on the train. I said, yo, my bad. I didn't mean for y'all to hold. I didn't think this was going to escalate to this way. I was like, I apologize to everybody on the train. Everybody was just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And I had like two guys walk by. I was like, yeah, you did the right thing. And they kept walking. I was like, you niggas is pussy, bro. But anyway, so as we walking out, the dude that took the pictures, he has to walk the same way we have to go through the same exit. So he's in front of me. The guy that snitched on me walks the other way because he knows as soon as we get out this fucking train station, I'm swinging on him. I'm knocking him the fuck out in the street. So he walks the other way. So as he's walking the other way, I'm apologizing, but I see his tall ass. He had a red jacket too. I said, yo, I apologize to everybody. I'm sorry. But I said, hey, yo, to the nigga in the red jacket. Yo, I'm going crazy. This is probably the most ghetto I ever got. But I said, yo, to the nigga in the red jacket, if I ever catch you on the block, I swear to God, I'm going to knock you out just cuz. And niggas is like, niggas that's bugging me like, yo, you that nigga, bro. I swear I fuck with you, but we gotta go. So I say that to him, right? And I turn around and the dude that's turning to the pictures, I'm talking mad shit. I'm like, yeah, if you ever, and I'm like, this goes to you too. I'm like, if I ever catch you taking pictures of bitches, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. And even if I see your face, like, I'm like, cause I live on this, I told niggas where I live, I was going crazy. I was like, yo, I live on this block. Like, this is my hood. And we not even in the hood. Like, I live in Williamsburg. It is not hood. It's the most whitest shit ever. But I'm sitting here like, nah, I live here. Now it's my hood. What up? So,
oh my God.
I'm just doing our people dirty. I'm doing a horrible representation of our people. So to everybody in the culture, I apologize. But this had to be said. Them two white boys, if I ever see y'all, I'm going to knock y'all the fuck out. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't remember the one who snitched on me. I don't remember your face, but I remember that dirty ass red jacket. And if I see that shit, I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
Oh my God.
And to the guy that took pictures, I remember your face. If I see you, I'm knocking you the fuck out.
Oh my God.
Just cuz.
Oh.
I'm gonna get that on the shirt. Just cuz.
Just cuz?
Just cuz. Just cuz. Just cuz. We're gonna sell that as merch. Just cuz. But yeah, that's what happened. So we got out the train. The guy that's taking pictures, he's walking off. And I'm still talking shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I better never see. I'm still talking shit. Because I'm so heated. I'm heated. Not that I knocked him out. I was happy about that. I was heated that I almost went to jail. So I'm like, if I ever see you. So I'm turning back and forth because they're walking opposite ways. So I'm talking shit to him like, if I ever see you, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. And if I see you snitch on me one more time, bitch ass thing. And now we on the block, so it's like, it had to be like 11:30 at night. And in Williamsburg, it gets as quiet as it is in Staten Island. Mm-hmm. So you can hear me from like 3 blocks away. I'm screaming, bitch ass nigga. I'm going ghetto. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy in the middle of fucking Greenpoint. Like, I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Blood must have been.
I was boiling. Even when I got back to the crib and I was telling my roommate, I was pacing back and forth. I'm like, I'm knocking niggas out on the train. And I really knocked him out. Like, I'm not joking, y'all. I really knocked this nigga clean out. And I thought I was just gonna hit him and then he's gonna be like, yo. Because when I hit him, no, the first time I slapped him. So I was like, yo, what you say to me? Because he called me nigga. So I said, what the fuck? And I slapped him. Bow. Nigga said, yo, what are you doing? I thought he was going to hit me back. That's what I was expecting for like a scuffle. Because then it wouldn't be charged as an assault. Yeah, I would have charged by like starting it. But it would have been a charge as like a full-on assault. So when he hit me, when I hit him and he didn't hit me back, I was like, nigga, bam. And I just cracked him. Then I stunned him. And then when I hit him again, boom. And he just fell. When I saw him just fall like this, and you know, usually when you fall, you get hit, you like catch yourself. Nah, he didn't catch himself. He just, boom, it just fell like this.
Oh my God.
And then he just stood there and he didn't move. And I was like, oh, I hope I didn't kill him. I'm like, nah, I didn't have to hit him now. Once I saw him breathing, I was like, okay, he's good.
Did the girl thank you like after all that?
Nah, well, she did. She gave me like this, like, good looking. But nah, I didn't want to interact with her. I just wanted her to go home. Like,
right.
I just like, yo, just go home. But yeah, nah, like that shit was crazy. That shit, like, but that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, in instance where like the average dude, like in that case, I'm the average man, and like if I see some shit like that, I'm gonna speak up. There's a lot of guys that I know that have spoken up and spoke out against that when they see creepy shit happen, or not. Now they may not have handled it as violent as I have, but I know some dudes that like see a girl and she's clearly uncomfortable, like getting hit on the club, and they may walk over to her like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, I see the situation happening. Are you bothered?" And she'd be like, "Yes, like this nigga is fucking weird. Please help me." And like you can help, but then that doesn't give you the cue to be a weirdo as well. You know what I'm saying? Be like, because there's been moments where I've seen that and I've interacted like, "Are you okay? Like this guy bothering you?" Like, "Yes." But I'm like, I just give him a look, or I'll be like, "Hey, sir, like you need to back the fuck up because you're being weird." And she's like, "Thank you." I'm like, "Appreciate it. You get home safe," and I leave. That's it. I bounce. But yeah, there's certain things that when in the case where when you by yourself, the best thing I could do is just like, as a man, is really arm you. Like, hey, if you please be attentive. Half the time, bitches get into, sorry to call y'all bitches, but half the time women get into this shit that they get into because either alcohol related reasons or they just not paying attention. Because they think shit is sweet and it's not. Like,
that's why I don't wear my headphones when I'm walking outside.
Bro, please.
Not like how I used to. No.
Please, like, you know, honestly, the worst demographic, white girls. White girls, y'all are so oblivious to so much shit, especially these white girls who are not from here. The white girls who are from here, they know what's up. They don't play that shit. But the white girls who are from the suburbs or from like the Midwest, from these like rural areas.
I heard a lot of them are coming from the Midwest.
Bro, these bitches are some of the stupidest bitches I've
ever. Oh my God.
Headphones blasted, not paying attention, walking into the milk. You can easily get napped up. Y'all not paying attention for shit. And I'm sitting there like, yo, like, just stupid. Just stupid. Interacting with the wrong motherfuckers, interacting with like crackheads and shit. I'm like,
I don't know why they come out here and think it's like gonna be like, I don't know, Hollywood or something.
Yeah, living like some Sex in the City moment. It ain't like that out here. Like, motherfuckers see you as a target. You a lick. You a real lick out here. Like, don't get it fucked up. Like, and I you know, being in a dance community, like, there's a lot of women that come out here for dance and different art. And every time I interact with them, I'm like, is this your first time in the city? I'm like, okay, these are the rules. Get home as fast as you can. If you're not with nobody, get the fuck home. You have no problem. Don't loiter around. Don't be idle around like the store. Like, if you gotta handle something, try to be inside, be in a lighted area. Like, just I'm just trying to minimize that thing happening as much as possible. That's the best thing I could do. At the end of the day, it's like, man, you by yourself, you really are on your own. So keep something with you. Keep a knife, taser. Shit, I know a bitch that got brass knuckles. And she got a mean right hook. Knocking, bow, knocking niggas out. Niggas falling back. Oh shit, bitch! I just want the number. Bitch, I just want the number. God damn, got a broken nose and shit.
Yo, it really be like that sometimes though. Like, you really gotta be on guard with everything.
Yeah, man. Because, you know, at the same time, like, men out here, like you said, Lewis is on guard every day. Like, I'm on. Yeah, I be riding and I be having fun, but I'm still on. I be looking out, because when shit pop off, I'm ready to either dip, or if I have to fight, I'm ready to go. Because that's just how I was raised. Like, like, life can happen in a blink of an eye. Like, we've both seen that plenty of times. You having fun, all of a sudden somebody says, "Nigga, what? I'll air this." Blah, 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 blah. Now somebody's shooting. You're like, yo, what?
That's why I don't go to the West Indian parades no more. But the last time I went, everybody started running, and I started running with them. I was like,
Yo,
what just
Hey,
happened?
real shit.
What just happened?
Your day could go like just like
Mhm.
that. You could just have a good ass time, and then boom, somebody say, "Yo, rah, 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 rah." And then you hear
Yep.
somebody airing it
Yep.
out. Somebody got into a fight. Bitches pulling on hair. And it was like, and even when
Mhm.
shit is not on like a shooting type level, even if it's like bitches fighting, I used to watch it. Now I don't watch it no more because now you can be included in it. Like shit, it starts off with two bitches fighting. Then it turns to a brawl. Then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, this motherfucker just want to swing on you just cause. Like,
Right.
people are fucking wild. Like, people are fucking crazy. So when I see shit pop off, I don't care, man, woman or child. Like, I walk the fuck away. Before I used to be like, yo, I wanted to see the action. Now I'm not on that young.
I wonder
shit.
how y'all keep that composure in the crump dance, because y'all be wilding out. When I see your videos, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
It looks like a fight's about to break out, but y'all, that's just y'all energy.
Yeah, that's crump culture, man. I could speak all day about that, but yeah, no, that's just yeah, that's just the culture of crump. Like, it's about being rowdy, and it's that street. It's like the extreme sport of dance, where it's like it's about being rowdy. It's about being like rugged, and that's just what I like. That's what I gravitate to. Like, I like dancing, and you got motherfuckers losing their minds and pushing you, and it's like it's cool. It's like the equivalent of like people who like to go to like heavy metal concerts and like to jump in the mosh pit. It's the same thing, but it's just more like Black culture and hip hop related and all that other shit. But yeah, man, nah, we be perfectly safe. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's been a couple times I got hit in the face and shit by being too close to motherfuckers who was just like wilding out. But it never got to a fight. Even when we get like when we're battling each other and it gets real beefy and we in each other's face, it never gets to that point because we understand that the whole purpose of us dancing and doing all this shit is so that we don't fight each other.
Right.
And as long as we understand that premise, it'll never escalate to that. Unless it starts getting personal. Like, if you want to keep it, as we say in our culture, if you want to just keep it just crump, keep it that. Once you start bringing in niggas' kids and all that other shit, oh, nah, we getting violent. Because you crossing the line. You know what I'm saying? Or you bringing in niggas as girls and shit. Like, motherfucker, I bring my girl to the session, and now you want to, like, try to play me and then, like, flirt with my girl. And, like, I've seen it.
Wow.
Bro, I've seen so much shit, bro. I've seen so much shit pop off, bro. And it's, yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, like, your day can really change just like that. So that's why, like, men, my greatest advice to y'all listening, if you out here and you really trying to fuck with these bitches, if anything, be with a woman that is aware of her environment. Do not be with these like ditzy, like, oh, everything is fine. No. Be with the girl that be like, hey, babe, like, I see these two niggas running. Let's be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the women that I like. Like, I had one girl who was like really ditzy like that. And it'd be like, I'm very attentive. And she's pretty too on top of that. So she don't even realize that the shit that she gets into because she's just so oblivious. And I'm like, yo, like, I can't walk out with you because it's going to be an issue everywhere I go. Like, especially with beautiful women, like, walking with this one, like, shit. And I'm not even her man's. Like, I'm just like, cool. Like, it's like, I always get sized up. So I understand with like Lewis, like, yo, he must be going through it because it's like,
it's bad.
He's always gonna get sized up
because he's Chinese and they just like,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got sized up the other day.
See,
he got sized up the other day. It was just, and I was just, but Lewis be so reckless. He be going into these fucking bodegas with the guys outside, and I'm like, wow, do you want to go to the other store? Let's go to the other store.
Yeah, see, nah, I'm just dumb shit.
He be like, no, let's go in here. And I'm just like,
I don't do that shit.
They be looking at us funny, and they be looking at him like,
I don't do that shit. I be like, you got to put your woman on your hip like a keychain, motherfucker.
Oh my.
Like, yo, for real, bro. Like, the more attractive she is and the more desirable she is, the more, it's like what Biggie said, like how we say more money, more problems. More pretty, more problems, for real.
No,
like,
yeah.
More pretty, more problems, for
People
real. People
think that pretty women have a lot of privilege, which I get what you're saying, but they don't know that
It's dangerous.
It's a lot of issues.
It's dangerous, and that's why I see why like a lot of pretty women don't like to be outside. Like I'm not talking about like the cute girls. I'm talking about the women that if they walk on a block, everybody looking, old, young. I'm talking, and I have like in my whole life, I probably have like 5 encounters of like exotic, beautiful women that I've seen.
Wow, only 5,
bro. But I have a high standard.
Okay.
I'm talking about like I've seen the reality of it where like they walked outside and everybody did this. Yo, who is that? That's the type of reaction. Like I'm pretty sure you get that.
I do get that.
I'm saying on a level over a degree where it's like damn near seeing like Beyonce or like seeing a Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about that level.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, I get your case. Like yeah, pretty women do have privilege, yes, but pretty women do have a lot of.
No, I'm not. I get what they're saying with the privilege, but because I've been wanting to make a video about that, but I feel like I have to be very vulnerable and open making that type of video because I got stories and I got things to say that goes against what they put out and what they feel like women have pretty privilege and they think they're better and blah 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 blah. But they don't know like it's so like the reason why pretty women that you come across are like uptight or they don't want to talk or they're to themselves is because of all the issues that they dealt with. How can you not be so like closed off to the world after a while?
Yeah, no, I put pretty women and like.
I mean, you have a very few who are, I guess, uptight, but it's not like that's not the case for most.
You gotta move. This is what I say to like men. Like a gorgeous woman is the same equivalent as a wealthy man, and I know that's a comparison that's been put together time and time again.
No, for real.
But it's really this. It's the same. If you look at how they act, like if you ever met a man that's like, he got it. I'm talking about, this he's him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about those motherfuckers. They move the same way and the way that pretty women move. The only difference is like a man had to like really get himself to that point, whereas a woman it's like that from birth. Like a wealthy man doesn't get to that point until like later on in his life. Mm-hmm. Whereas imagine going through that, like what you go through as a wealthy man, imagine going through that since birth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least since when you first hit puberty, where you was like, oh, she's cute. And now you, like your whole life. Like I understand why pretty women are like reserved or they may not be as like personality wise as vibrant because it's like, yeah, you may want the best intention, but you can't invite everybody because not everybody's gonna. First of all, everybody's trying to fuck. And then
the females, they pretend to be your friends when they're not.
Nah, they not.
Nope.
They just want you around them because it brings the attention, the men, and all that shit.
Like my cousin. I tell this story all the time. I probably told you before, but like my cousin when she was younger, she went to. I know we've been on here for a while. I'm about to like close this out.
Yeah, that's
but my cousin when she was younger, she went to a sleepover with these girls that she thought was her friend, and then when she woke up, all her hair was cut off. So I always wonder why she always like she's always to herself and she's always like she's on the go. As of recently, she became more like family, like yeah. But before, she was just very closed off, and she's beautiful, like very beautiful. And then when I heard that story, I was like, oh, because one of my cousins told me, and she was like, yeah. After that happened, she came back to us, and we all had to go and like jump the girls that did that to her. And yeah, I can't imagine that waking up and all your hair is like chopped off.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Like guys, we don't do that dumb ass shit.
Like, yeah, it's
But hey, you got some haters, bro. But it's, again, back to my analogy, it's the same thing. Like, as like a wealthy man has to look out for like those hating ass broke niggas, beautiful women gotta look out for them ugly ass bitter bitches. Like
and the creeps. Yeah.
So that's why.
The men gotta look out for the gold diggers that just only want him for.
Yeah. And the pretty women gotta look out for the men who just, trying to get you as a trophy, or just trying to smash so that they can boast about it, like, yo, look what I did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's really hard. I understand that. That's why I would never, like, before I didn't get it. I'd be like, bitch, you pretty. Shut the fuck up. But now, like, you know, as you get wiser and you see, you really like, and especially now because, you know, I'm not a weirdo and I've been around.
You're
like,
definitely not, because we wouldn't be friends.
oh my
We
God.
wouldn't be friends.
That's true. But yeah, no, like, and I've been around like beautiful women, and I get to like really like listen and like hear what they talking about. I'm like, damn, like, this is how I come with the analogies. Like, well, damn, that sounds like what my nigga go through. Like, I know that nigga got money, and he be telling me about the same situation. So it's just good to have that perspective. But yeah, man, like, be safe out here, because shit is not sweet on both ends. On both ends. But just protect yourself. And stop thinking that the world is all like sunshine and rainbows. Like, it's not. It's people looking to come up and take advantage. And if you look like a lick, trust me, they gonna do it. Whether directly or sometimes even indirectly. Because I know women that put men in some dangerous situations without even realizing it. And same thing vice versa. Like, if you are a dude and, you know, you have a beautiful woman, don't bring her around everywhere. Like, no. Not saying that, like, you guys can't enjoy each other's company, but know what room she needs to be in and what room she don't need to be in. You know what I'm saying? Set your partner up correctly. Same thing vice versa. Like, if you are a beautiful woman and you know you're beautiful, don't put your man in certain... Don't be like, oh, my nigga gonna come and beat you up. Don't be that bitch.
No.
Don't be that bitch. Because them niggas is waiting. Like, I know some niggas that, like, they just want to take they stress out on somebody, and they can't hit that girl, so they be like, yeah, get your nigga, because we gonna fuck him up. We gonna fuck him up for two reasons. One, because I'm just pissed off, and I can't fuck. So, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
Oh, man. No, you ain't lying.
I'm not lying, bro. I'm not lying. And as a nigga that's been around, you know what I'm saying? And even, you know what, low-key, and been in them situations where, like, I had to defend myself. Or, like, you know, you trying to get at a bitch and she like, oh, my nigga this, my nigga that. I be like, word, my niggas is right in the back of the club, nigga. Like, get that nigga. Like, we want to take our day out on some niggas, so let's get it. On some real shit. Yo, my young 20s, bro, I had some good times. That's some good-ass stories, bro.
Oh,
But
man.
it's like, yeah, I've been in them situations. And I've been on both sides. So that's why I know, like, when I say these things on camera or whatever, even off camera, like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I know personally when to leave, when to hold my ground, and when to not say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And knowing when to do those three things is like, it's how I was been able to survive. You know, knowing who to fuck with. Because I'll be down. Like, I fight for somebody if it's worth it. Like, as much as I annoy her, like, yeah, I fight for her. And she called me crying, hey, dude, these bitches is chasing me, these niggas. I'm like, where you at? I'm coming. Wait, first of all, where Lewis? And then I'm gonna ask, all right, I'm gonna come out. Because I'm gonna pull up. Straight up. There's only like 4 or 5 women in my life that I ever do that. And that's one that's, of course, my mother and my sister, but I'm not counting them. I'm talking about people I'm not blood related to. That's this one, my roommate Gigi, my sister Simba, maybe, not even maybe, definitely probably Judith. I'll pull up with Judith. And I know, because Judith is the girl I'm talking about who got that mean right hook.
Oh, what the?
I've seen Judith knock out niggas. Off of not having game. Niggas come on, hey, man, hey, what's your sign? Nigga, weak ass game. Like, damn. Got the drink in your head. God damn.
Yo.
Drink fly up in the air. God damn.
Where's she from?
Judith's from, where is she from? I don't want to say, because I don't want to say Ghana. She's not from Ghana. She's one of these African countries.
Wow.
But she's mixed. Because she's French. She never speaks French, English, Spanish. I forgot the country. So I apologize, Judith. But yeah.
She mixed? Like mixed?
From overseas.
Okay.
Yeah, she's mixed. She's mixed. But she has a lot of culture. A lot of culture in her. But she ain't no... If you look at Judith, you don't even have to speak to her. You know that's not a woman you play with. You do not play with Judith. She's very nice. She's very friendly, very open. But when it's like, and
I've seen women like that.
I don't have a lot of women that, like, as I said, like, one of the conditions to be in my inner circle is you got to know how to defend yourself. I can roll with Judith any day. Like, I can leave here tonight, and if I'm with Judith, we can walk home. I'll be like, we're gonna be all right. Even if we get into a fight, I know we're gonna be all right. Like, I can take 2 of these niggas and do beating up the nigga. You done with yours? I'm like, oh, all right, I got you. Like, Judah is that bitch. And then, what I said, you, Honestly, I think that's it. I think those 4 right now. I know I'm missing probably a couple, but probably those 4. Like, if y'all can call me up anytime, any day, and I'm like, all right, where I gotta be. The rest of y'all, I don't give a fuck about y'all. Like,
oh man.
Oh God, like, I don't got time for y'all. I don't really give a fuck.
Nah, limited energy to put out.
Yeah.
But I don't know what am I gonna title this video. I gotta change it now.
Random conversations with the homie.
Yeah.
Random convos with the homie.
On the male
the male perspective?
Yeah, something like that. Cause this conversation was needed, especially to put up, because like I said, you don't really hear too much. Well, not that you don't hear too much, it's just that some of the guys that be talking, they don't be knowing what they talking about.
That's what like right now we in podcast mania. We got too many people speaking on topics that they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And the only reason why they speaking on it is just to create content.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to like push the narrative. It's just like, yo, I got a platform, I got 500,000 people following me. Let me speak on this issue. And then you talking about relationship advice, and motherfuckers don't even got their house together. Like,
that's why I don't get too caught up on this. Like, I do this like every week just to like keep momentum going.
That's fine.
But I don't be like too caught up.
Yeah, when you start believing that like you got the answers, I think that's when you're in a really trouble spot. Like, I know I said a lot of opinionated shit, but at the end of the day, I don't got the answers. I got my answers. I don't have your answers. You have to find that out for yourself, my friends. But like I personally, it started off subtle. Like, these, for some reason, it only was like 1 or 2 podcasts you would listen to. Now I feel like every celebrity, athlete, everybody motherfucker got a podcast. It's like, some of y'all don't need to talk.
Right?
Some of y'all can't even talk. Like, some of y'all just be like venting y'all issues, and it's just like, why the fuck am I watching this? That's why I have to chill out. Like, I probably only watch like maybe 2 podcasts, and they speak on topics that then they know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? The rest of y'all, like, I ain't gonna drop no names, but yeah, I just don't be listening. And it's from both female, because there's some like
the women too, yeah.
There's some stereotypical shit that women be saying, and there's some stereotypical shit that men be saying. I'd be like, I definitely don't agree with this, and it doesn't help the overall narrative of doing this. Because right now we like this.
Ain't no fucking going on.
Right. Our parents was fucking way more than us.
Ain't no fucking.
For real. Our parents, there's no fucking. Fuck it. We need to get back to this. But now we like this. Maybe a few of y'all like this.
Yo.
But all of us need to be like this.
Oh my God.
We need to be fucking. We need to be fucking like how our parents and grandparents. Our grandparents.
Having like 7 kids.
Bro, when I tell you our grandparents was fucking. You know what's funny? Do this next time you see your grandparents. Next time, if you have your grandparents in your life. Ask them when's the last time they got some butt. I took a dramatic pause for a reason. They got some stories. They may not tell you all of them, because you their grandbabies.
No, they got stories.
They were fucking.
I'm finding out everything my grandfather did after he passed away.
Oh, they were fucking. Their grandpa was out there. I know that because my grandfather, my Poppy was pimping. You hear me? Poppy was. And I got confirmation from that. My mother said the same thing. My brother said the same thing. Uncle Lenny said the same thing. Man, Poppy was, before he met my grandmother, of course. My grandmother shut all that shit down. She was like, nah, you ain't doing that, nigga. Like, you gonna get married, you gonna have these kids, you gonna grow the fuck up. But before that shit, man, man, my Poppy was out here. Ugh. So, shout out to my Poppy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. I gotta get back home. So, I know she gotta write this up.
Yeah, let me wrap this up.
Hey, y'all.
Getting all close to the cam.
Peace out. What is this that you got?